Hey, how we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. Welcome back. My name's Key. We are live for Liverpool against West Ham. 3 p.m. kickoff. Team news is out. We will be going through all the news, all the team news, all the predictions. We'll be talking through all the Premier League games that are happening today as well, by the way. It's not just, obviously, Liverpool and West Ham. We've got Bournemouth, Sunderland, which is going on at the minute. Last time I checked, that was 1-1, just as I turned everything on. It is still 1-1. At the Vitality. Bournemouth 1, Sunderland 1. Burnley, Brentford kicks off at 3, as does Newcastle and Everton. That kicks off at 3. I'm also live tonight at 5:30 for Leeds against City. But the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is get your predictions in the chat if you haven't already. What do you think for Liverpool against West Ham? The lineups we can go through. So lineups are as follows. Hermansen starts in goal for West Ham. Diouf at left back, Disasi, Mavropanos and Wan-Bissaka at the back. It's Magassa, Soucek and Fernandes midfield. It's a very, very defensive-minded setup for West Ham, but they have got Somerville, Tati Castellanos and Bowen as the front three. So, should be a really, really good one. I think it's going to be a good lineup. I think West Ham could get a point. Obviously, I hope they don't, but I just feel like Liverpool, without our main threat in Florian Wirtz, is a real problem. Liverpool got Alisson in goal. Joe Gomez starts at right back, interestingly enough. Joe Gomez at right back. Kanate, Van Dijk and Kirkes at the back four. Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai midfield. And it's that same front three. It's Gakpo off the left. It's Salah off the right. It's Ekitike through the middle. And that's the game today. That is the game. Andy says Liverpool 0, West Ham 5. Rufio, go to a game, you fraud. Yeah, love it. Chimey, let's go West Ham. UK Darren fan, West Ham to win 2-1. Listen, it's gonna be a really tough one to call. This it is. Even as a Liverpool fan, I do feel like this is a big game. And I can't see a world in which Liverpool just waltz in and win comfortably 2-3-0. I think West Ham are going to get a result. Or West Ham are going to make it difficult. They're going to make it very, very difficult. But hey, we'll see. We shall see. Yeah. So, Salah is scoring today. It'll be a penalty though, says Daddy-O. Okay, fair enough. Love that. Rufio, are you hating on Arsenal again today? No, Arsenal don't play today, Rufio. But, you know, if you want to be a little bit butthurt about it, mate, that's on you. Joey says, hey man from Australia, keen to see United beat Liverpool at Old Trafford. I can't see it, Joey, but good to see you, mate. I think Liverpool will get the result against United. We played well enough against them to beat them at Anfield, to be honest. Hit the post 3 or 4 times in that one. 4-1 to Liverpool, even without Wirtz, says Jake. Martin Magambi, hello, my opinion is Liverpool winning 3-1. I like that, Martin. Let's hope so. Ali says the way Nuno's got them playing respect, they're doing very, very well. Yeah, they've started to pick up some points, haven't they? West Ham started to play well enough that you think maybe they could get out of this relegation scrap. You've got to wait and see. Ginger Glow says another extra time winner for Liverpool like usual. Hey, we've got the most of any team in Premier League history. Nobody goes to the end like Liverpool. Nobody knows when they're beaten, just like Liverpool. We are the best at that. The absolute best. Ryan, how's it going? Good to see Ryan, Jake, Daddy-O, Chimey, all the regulars piling in. Love to see the regulars in the chat. How are we all doing? Andrew says, I think if Liverpool score early, they'll run all over West Ham. I think that first goal is very important today, isn't it? Yeah. First goal will be massively, massively important just to determine the rest of the game in terms of the shape of the West Ham. If West Ham score first, it's a complete shut-up shop, sit back, attack v defence. It's going to be a dull and drab game to watch for the neutral. Probably very anxiety-ridden for me as a Liverpool fan. Liverpool score first, I think we could go on and, as you say, score 2, score 3, and maybe just kill it off. I do feel a lot more confident that Joe Gomez is at right back today. That's a very, very important factor for Liverpool, that we're not playing a Curtis Jones there, or a Szoboszlai there, or, you know, we've trialed Andy Robertson there, for God's sake. We've literally, it feels like we've had every single member of our starting 11 at some point playing at right back. It's madness. Red Rebellion, we will qualify for the Champions League next season. Absolutely we will, yeah. Keith, afternoon, mate. Can we both win today, hopefully? Do you know what, Keith? In the Premier League preview show that I did yesterday, for the members-only Premier League preview show, I said that Everton are the most likely sort of banana skin this weekend. If you look at Newcastle, their home record, it's not been brilliant recently. They got beat by Brentford at home. They got beat by Villa at home. They're a little bit flat, and I just feel like even the Carrick game wasn't brilliant. I just feel like Everton could go there, especially how the way Everton have played recently. Winning away at Fulham, winning away at Villa, winning away at Old Trafford, of course. Very, very good side on the road under David Moyes, and I think, yeah, they could go and beat them at St James's. We'll see. Ryan, how's it going? It is going to be too tough. It's not going to be an easy match today. No, I don't think so either. I think it's going to be very, very difficult. But I was going to say this. Given we've got such a long time to the build-up and we've got a load going on in terms of Bournemouth and Sunderland's on, should we have a little pre-match quiz? Should we do a little pre-match quiz to get the game going? Andrew says, I was shocked to hear Wolves beat Villa yesterday. It was a great game, that. In fact, we watched that live on here. It was fantastic. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Sir, good afternoon, everyone. Come on, the Reds. That's why I've got the red light on behind me. Come on, the Reds. Ryan says, Jake, away form's very good. It is right, yeah. Keith, I think Everton, under Moyes at the minute, if you could play all of your games away from home to the end of the season, you might well qualify for Europe, but any games at the Hill Dickinson at the minute just feel very, very flat. Yeah, what a brew. Good lad. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Let me turn down the old soft lights. There you go. Right, we're back. 1 sec. Where are we? Ryan says, feeling a bit nervous. I have a feeling that Liverpool are going to win today. 3-1 or 4-1. West Ham are going to get battered. Well, here we go. Listen, let's do a little quiz to get the game going, right? So, can you tell me the top 25 Liverpool players? No, that's wrong. The top 25 goal scorers in Premier League history that have at some point in their career played for Liverpool. Get your answers in the chat. The top 25 goal scorers in the Premier League that have some point in their career played for Liverpool. That's today's pre-match quiz. Top 25 goal scorers in the Premier League that have some point in their career played for Liverpool. West Ham's the most annoying team. Most annoying team to play at the moment. West Ham are the most annoying team to play at the moment. Well, I don't know. I think Tottenham are doing very, very well. No, West Ham are doing really well, aren't they? West Ham are doing really, really well. But I think West Ham under Nuno have become a slightly different team, obviously, to the one that they were under Graham Potter. They've become a bit more defensively resolute. The whole setup looks and feels completely different. I think the new signings they've brought in has been massive. Tati Castellanos has played a really, really important part. Daddy O says Stan Collymore. Stan Collymore is correct. He's number 19. Gerard says, what a brew. Yeah, Stevie Gerrard is 7th in the list. Owen, Fowler, Salah, Mane says, what a brew. Go on. Owen is 3rd, Fowler 2nd, Salah 1st, Mane is 8th. So there you go. Stan Collymore. Suarez says Sarah. Yeah, Suarez is 17th. Stevie G. Torres says Sarah. Yep, Fernando Torres is 12th. Keep them coming. Not Rush. No, believe it or not, Ian Rush is not amongst the top Premier League goal scorers to have played for Liverpool. Obviously, Ian Rush slightly predated. His career was mainly pre-Premier League, to be honest. Keep them coming. Roberto Firmino. Good answer. Yeah, Roberto Firmino is in there. He is 13th, just behind Fernando Torres. So not Ian Rush. So far, you've got Collymore, Suarez, Firmino, Torres, Mane, Gerrard, Owen, Fowler, and Salah. Christian Benteke, Clarkey. Good answer. Christian Benteke is 11th. Not John Barnes. Good answer, Ryan, but not John Barnes. The question is, sorry, I've just seen someone ask what the question is. The question again is the top 25 goal scorers in Premier League history that have some point in their career played for Liverpool. Ian Rush does not make the list. Coutinho does not make the list, Sarah. No. John Barnes doesn't make the list. Cout, believe it or not. No, Dirk Cout doesn't make the list. But Daddy O's right. Peter Crouch is in there. Peter Crouch is 10th. Good answer. Long shot, Jamie Carragher. Not quite. Not Origi. You've got Crouch. Waller Bruce is Sterling. Yeah, Raheem Sterling is 6th. Good answer. Got Peter Crouch. Not Coutinho. Keep them coming. Not Jamie Redknapp, no. You've got Christian Benteke. You've got Salah. You've got Fowler, Owen, Sterling, Gerrard, Crouch, Torres, Firmino, Suarez, and Collymore. How you going, Julius? Good to see you, Julius. Keep them coming. The top 25 Premier League goal scorers in Premier League history that have some point in their career played for Liverpool. Sturridge, I don't give a flying toss. Good lad, love the name. Sturridge is in there, he's 15th. Daniel Sturridge, good answer, Chimey. I doubt it, but Ryan Babel. Not Ryan Babel, Daddy-O. Roger, Trent, it's not Trent. Daddy-O says Patrick Berger. Not Patrick Berger either. Not Kenny Dalglish. Anelka. Anelka is in there, he is 5th. Good answer. Well done. Julius, how's it going, mate? Good to see you in the chat. Love to see the regulars in. Emil Heskey. Yes, Emil Heskey. Good answer, Tyler. Oh, sorry, I don't give a flying toss. It is Emil Heskey with the answer. It's 9. That one, Emil Heskey is 9th in the list. Not Gakpo, Eugene. Good answer, but not Cody Gakpo. Not quite. So you've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 left to get. You've got 10 left to get out of all of the top 25 Premier League goal scorers in history that have at some point in their career played for Liverpool. You've got 15. There's 10 left to get. Not Milan Barros, Anexa. I like the answer though, but not Milan Barros. Not Solanke, Chimey. Not Xabi Alonso. Robbie Fowler we've got. Sadio Mane we've already got. Emil Heskey we've already got. Stuart Downing's not in there, believe it or not. Mackenzie is right, yes. Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota makes it number 18th in the list. God rest his soul, Diogo Jota. Good answer, Red Rebellion as well, that one, Jota. Roger McCallum says Bellamy. Yes, Craig Bellamy is 14th. Could start a fight in an empty room, that fella, couldn't he? Craig Bellamy is 14th. He's in there. What Bruce says, Robbie Keane. Sorry, Robbie Keane is 4th. Yes, Robbie Keane's a big one. He was only briefly at Liverpool, of course, but he is 4th in the list. So you've now got the top 15. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 answers to get. 7 answers still to get. The top 25 Premier League goal scorers in history that have at some point in their career played for Liverpool. Not Djibril Cissé. We've got Salah. We've got Keane. We've got Owen, Fowler, Anelka, Sterling, Gerrard, Mane, Heskey, Crouch, Benteke, Torres, Firmino, Bellamy, and Sturridge. We've got Suarez, Jota, and Collymore. You've got 18 out of the top 25. There's still more to get. There's another 7 left to go. Not Xabi Alonso. Not Djibril Cissé. Danny Ings, Chimey. Good answer. Danny Ings is 16th. Good answer. If you're enjoying the quiz, make sure you hit the like button. You'll see more of him. John Arne Risa says, I don't give a flying toss. Not John Arne Risa. No, Risa doesn't make it. Not quite. Clarkey's right, though, with Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll just sneaks in 24th in the list. Not Steve McManaman. No, not Steve McManaman, Red Rebellion. Not Luis Garcia. Not Dominic Solanke. Not Pepe Reina. Not Ricky Lambert. No, we've already got Bobby Firmino, Roger. Ashish, good luck, Key. Good luck, mate. Cheers. See you tomorrow, isn't it, for Spurs? It's Spurs on tomorrow. They're playing tomorrow, aren't they, Spurs? Yeah, not Steve McManaman. Not Ricky Lambert. We've got Craig Bellamy, blah. Not Origi. James Milner is right, Eugene. James Milner is 23rd in the list. Still another 1, 2, 3, 4 left to get. 4 to go. 4 to go. One of them's still playing. One of them is still playing. Not Nunes. No, not quite Nunes. Not Dominic Szoboszlai. It is getting tougher now. This is where it gets. This is where you separate the nitty gritty. The men from the boys. Not Jordan Henderson. Not Divock Origi. Sterling we've already got. So, I'll give you the clue. Actually, I can't give you this clue. I was trying to think of a clue that would maybe give you an indication without actually telling you the answers. But if I give you the one I was going to give you, you'll get them straight away. Not Van Dijk. No, not Van Dijk. We've already got Craig Bellamy. So far, we're doing, again, just if you've just joined us, we're doing a little pre-match quiz ahead of the Liverpool against West Ham game. We're doing the top 25 Premier League goal scorers in history that have at some point in their career played for Liverpool. So far, we've got Andy Carroll, James Milner, Stan Collymore, Diogo Jota, Luis Suarez, Danny Ings, Daniel Sturridge, Craig Bellamy, Bobby Firmino, Fernando Torres, Christian Benteke, Peter Crouch, Emile Heskey, Sadio Mane, Steven Gerrard, Raheem Sterling, Nicolas Anelka, Robbie Keane, Michael Owen, Robbie Fowler, and Mo Salah. Keep them coming. Keep the guesses coming in. Not John Barnes, not Jordan Henderson. Not Sadio... Oh, sorry, Sadio Mane's already in there at number 8. Has to be Razor Ruddock. No, not Ruddock, not Ince. Zone Oak says Liverpool 1, West Ham 2. I'll give you a clue. So, one of them is in... It currently plays for Liverpool. One of them currently plays for Liverpool. Not Morientes, not Riera. Torres we've already got. Not Darwin. Robbie Keane we've already got. Robbie Keane was number 4th in the list. There's only 3 left to get. Salah, Fowler, Owen, Keane, Anelka, Sterling, Gerrard, Mane, Heskey, Crouch, Benteke, Torres, Firmino, Bellamy, Sturridge, Ings, Suarez, Jota, Collymore, Milner and Carroll. You've got 21 out of the 25, the top 25 Premier League goal scorers of all time that have at some point in their career played for Liverpool. Not Coutinho, not Robertson. Keith Scott's got it right though. Peter Beardsley. Former Everton player Peter Beardsley is in there. What a brew. Alexander Isak. There you go. We've got 2 in 2 minutes there. Alexander Isak is 22nd. Peter Beardsley is 20th. There's 2 more left to get. One of them also played for Everton at some point in their career. Keith, that should give you an indication. Not Gary McAllister. One of them, in fact, they're both wingers. They're both wingers. Not Rush. Not Alexis McAllister. Not Gary McAllister. It's not the McAllisters. One of them played for Everton in their career, and another one. There's one who of the 2 that left, one of them played for Everton in their career, and the other one. Trying to think of a way I can describe him. The other one was from a nation outside of Europe. That's all I'm going to tell you. One of them played for Everton in their career, and one of them is from a nation outside of Europe. That is the top 25 Liverpool goal scorers in Premier League history. Top 25 goal scorers in Premier League history that have at some point in their career played for Liverpool. Not Lucho. No, Pennant has never played for Everton. Not Downing. Not Shaqiri. Not Ekatike. No. In fact, here you go. I'll take it one step further. Signed for Liverpool directly from Everton. That should actually open it up. That should tell you exactly who it is. Signed for Liverpool from Everton. Nick Barmby. There you go. Nick Barmby is right. Nick Barmby is 25th in the all-time Premier League goal scorers list that have at some point played for Liverpool in their career. Nick Barmby's 25th. Carroll 24th. Milner 23rd. Isak 22nd. 21st you've still not got yet. 21st you've still not got yet. And he is from a country outside of Europe. Beardsley is 20th. 19th is Collymore. 18th, Jota. 17th, Suarez. 16th, Ings. 15th, Sturridge. 14th, Bellamy. 13th, Bobby Firmino. 12th, Fernando Torres. 11th is Christian Benteke. 10th is Peter Crouch. 9th is Heskey. 8th, Sadio Mane. 7th, Stevie Gerrard. 6th, Raheem Sterling. 5th is Anelka. 4th, Robbie Keane. 3rd, Michael Owen. 2nd, Robbie Fowler. And 1st is Mo Salah. Yes, you've got that one right, Barmby. Nicky Barmby was right, Roger. Where else are we talking? Emre Can. Not Adebayor. No, not Adebayor. Not Kenny Dalglish. Jaden's got it right. It's Harry Kewell. Harry Kewell is 21st. There you go. How's that for starters? Harry Kewell. So there you go. That is the top 25 Premier League goal scorers who have at some point in their career played for Liverpool. Well done. Good answer that, Jaden. Well done, mate. Harry Kewell was the final one. I thought it was a tidy little quiz, that. I enjoyed that. Eugene, I'm very sorry, Keane. No hate, but I'm saying it's a 1-1 draw today. Honestly, mate, I'm not surprised at all. I genuinely think Liverpool will struggle today. No Florian Wirtz. I do feel a little bit better that we've got Joe Gomez off the right, and he's there. He's a bit more of a solid right back option. So I think that's a little bit better for us. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm looking forward to seeing how Liverpool cope with a proper back four. Let's say we've not actually got just a random shoved in at right back. Shadow Ninja, hey all, I think 2-1 today for Liverpool, and I think 2-0 for Cov today. Good luck to everyone playing today. Yes, Shadow Ninja, love that, mate. Good to see you in the chat. Roger says, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I enjoyed that. But hey, Roger, listen, appreciate you coming in, and listen, if you enjoyed these quizzes, if you enjoy it, then this is what we do every day on here. We do a pre-match quiz sometimes, we always do a half-time quiz, but we watch games of footy every day. No sort of agenda. No, we're not a fan channel. We just love watching footy together. We've got great people in the chat who support all different types of clubs. And it's a good laugh. We watch football together every single day. Every day. And if that's your thing, then yeah, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Tony says, what's your score for today, Keith? 3-0 Liverpool win. I don't see us scoring 3. I'll be honest, Tony, I don't see us scoring 3. We have not got the attack, I don't think, to beat West Ham 3-0. I think 2-1. I think both teams to score is probably the way to go. Ryan, 3-1 today. Still think we'll do well against West Ham. Let's get another quizzing player. Let me see if we can get another one going before we kick off. We've got 30 minutes to go, so we might be able to get another one going. Jaden, quite happy after Wolves win last night. It was a great win, wasn't it? Fabulous performance. Eugene says, right now, it's the added time is added to the added time that is also added to the added time in Bournemouth v Sunderland. Is it still 1-1, that one? Yeah, still 1-1. 90... Oh, Christ, they're in the 103rd minute at the Vitality. Blimey. Can Liverpool let us win so Spurs go down? We can't, mate, no, because if we let you in, then Chelsea and United get in the Champions League. We can't be having it. It's full time at the Vitality. Bournemouth 1, Sunderland 1. I think we agreed to draw. Mate, I think West Ham are staying up anyway. I think you lads have done really well. Tony, it's finished 1-1. And Ryan says, I do think I'm confident that Nuno will pull West Ham out of the relegation zone key. I honestly do. I think you'll be fine. Yeah, I think you'll be absolutely fine. Andrew, never thought I'd see a day where as a Liverpool fan I'd be happy to see Gomez. Why do you not rate Joe Gomez? I've never ever met a Liverpool fan who doesn't rate Joe Gomez. Everyone I've known, he's fantastic. He's just never fit. Joe Gomez, I mean, you could argue he is the best centre-back partner for Virgil van Dijk we've ever had. That's the best defensive record we've ever had in the Premier League is under Joe Gomez and Van Dijk. When he's fit, he's unbelievable. He's never fit. That's the problem with him. Spurs won't get relegated. Roshanth, no, I have to agree with Sarah. I don't think Spurs get relegated at all. I don't give a flying toss. Says Pompey fan here. We're fighting relegation. Listen, Pompey. I'd love it if Pompey could stay up. I like Portsmouth an awful lot. I don't think you are going to go down though, mate. For what it's worth, I think Leicester are certainties. And probably Oxford. West Brom seem to have maybe made the change just at the right time with Eric Ramsey. Shadow says goal scorer predictions. Can we do goal scorer predictions for fun? Yeah, go for it. Gakpo and winner from Gravenberg, says Shadow Ninja. For West Ham, I'm saying Somerville. For Coventry, I'm saying Redoni and Mason Clark. For Liverpool, I think today, I'd go for Ekitike. I think if anyone's going to score for us today, it'll be Ekitike. I'm going to go 2-1, maybe 1-0. I don't know. It's going to be tight. Very, very tight. Eugene says, Key, Forest, Burnley and Wolves going down this season? If yes, then I agree. Burnley and Wolves, yes. I think it's a straight shot between Forest. I think West Ham stay up. I think it's Forest or Leeds. I honestly think Leeds are going to get pulled into it. Welshwing, hey Key, thoughts on Emery snubbing Rob Edwards last night? Emery did the same to Arteta as well. Oh, did he really? I wasn't aware of that. I hadn't seen he had snubbed him. Obviously, it was a late goal, so that's all I saw was there was a late goal that went in. I had no idea he had actually snubbed him. If so, that's lacking in class. Andrew, I used to feel nervous when I saw Gomez at centre-back, but this season he's actually been solid. And Jada says, yeah, Emery walked off before the final whistle, the sore loser. It's not a good look, that, is it? Villa's a good club. Unai Emery's a really class manager. You don't want to see that. That's poor from him. Listen, everyone's sore when they've lost. It's not nice. You don't want to do it. But, at the end of the day, Wolves didn't win that by, they weren't underhanded or anything like that. They played really well, Wolves. It was a good game. Wolves deserved the win. Sometimes you just got to hold your hands up. I think the frustration for Unai Emery is that Villa are literally capitulating in front of his eyes and he can't stop it. They've been dreadful. I think that just in the last month, they've obviously lost to 10-men Brentford. They lost last night to Wolves. They lost at home to Everton. They went out to Newcastle in the FA Cup. They should have lost against Leeds. They drew away at Bournemouth. Everything is they can't get a win. They can't buy a win, really, in the last month or so. And it's a really, really difficult time for them. And they've got to ride it out if they're going to get Champions League footy. I think more and more we're going to start to see them switch to the Europa League. I've said that many, many times this season. I think that's what happens. They'll switch to the Europa League and that's what we'll see Villa focus on. Jake, hey, how's it going, Jake? Cheers for the gifts, mate. And Chris says, thoughts on Wolves beating Villa? They did really well, Chris. Yeah, great result for them. Welshwing says, Leeds are too good now, sir. I don't know, I wouldn't be so sure on Leeds. Roger says, crazy how Wolves are getting points now. Too little too late. And Graham, hi everyone in the chat. Come on you Reds, good to see you Graham. I don't give a flying toss, let's get a quiz. Mate, we're going to have to chill on the quizzes. Otherwise it's going to become a quiz channel rather than a watch-along channel. Welshwing says, if West Ham and Forest went on a run, pressure would be on Spurs, but West Ham can't for whatever reason. West Ham are on a bit of a run at the minute, mate. Surely you'd consider West Ham's run. Surely that qualifies as a run. West Ham have been really good recently. Yeah, if you look at West Ham's recent fixtures, they drew with Bournemouth, but they should have beaten Man United. That was a draw. They won away at Burnley. They were 2-0 up at Stamford Bridge and unfortunately threw it away in the last minute. But they beat Sunderland and they beat Tottenham late as well. And they beat QPR in the Cup. And Burton in the Cup. So they are definitely on a little bit of a winning run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wins, 2 draws and a defeat in the last 8 games. That's a hell of a run for West Ham. Done very well. Shadow says, I think Forest go down because Leeds have proven they're too good for that. Spurs are Spurs, West Ham are on form, and everyone else above them have too many points. Forest not looking so hot, but it'll be interesting to see how Forest get on this weekend against Brighton. They're away to Brighton. That's a really important game, not just for Forest, but for Fabian Hürzeler as well. Fabian Hürzeler as well will be, very, very edgy about today's game because he's not doing too well. There's every chance he gets sacked before the end of the season. Extra Football, hi, how's it going, mate? Lovely to see you. Welcome to the chat. Get amongst it. Who do you support? And what do you think for today's game, Liverpool against West Ham? What are we saying? Sorry. Says Man United always will be bigger than Liverpool. If you say so, mate. Shadow says if Leicester can go down in the Championship, then Spurs could easily go down from the Premier League. I have a funny feeling about Spurs, says Roshant. Imagine Spurs wins the Champions League and get relegated. Oh, hey, I really do think that it's going to be Spurs and Arsenal in the Champions League semi-final. Jake, how's it going? Hope you're well, Key. What's your tune v the Scouse Mackems predictions? I think Everton get a result there, mate. I'm not just saying that to wind you up. I really do think Everton get at least a point at St James's. Eugene says, come on, Key. You took the Premier League last season. Let us take it this season. We've been bottling it 3 years in a row. Hey, and that's from an Arsenal fan. You probably will. I mean, I fully expect Arsenal will win it. They should win it. Like I said, they've spent the most. They've got the best squad. They probably should win it. If they don't win it, then something's gone horrendously wrong and Arteta will be in for massive criticism again. Roger, it'll be crazy for Man United. It's crazy. I'm a Man United fan. They're worse than us. That's saying something. Smith Meta as a hat-trick against Spurs in a Champions League semi. We will be there. And Brendan says City v Spurs Champions League final and both relegated. Hey, do you know what? That is actually, in a weird way, infinitely possible, isn't it? City... I don't think City will be relegated with the whole 1-1-5, but there's every chance. Kenny, come on the Hammers. From a United fan. Spurs won't beat Atletico, says Ryan. I wouldn't be surprised though, Ryan. They've got past some tricky ties, Spurs. They've done alright this season. And Atletico haven't been great. Atletico got beat 3-0 by Rayo Vallecano the other day. So... yeah, I can't see it. Man U, Man City, Barcelona, Chelsea, Barcelona and Sunderland are the fixtures after this game. Newcastle have got a very, very tough run. You've got to win this one. Man United, Man City, Barcelona, Chelsea, Barcelona and then Sunderland. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unbelievable. We're going to be watching a lot of Newcastle, I am sure, on Premier League Dad over the next couple of months. Eugene, Key, I'll be back very soon. Won't be gone for very long. No worries, mate. Come back when you're ready. Good to see you as always. Kenny says we'll be third by 5 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, hey, listen, you can be third for tomorrow for no, that's no problem. I still don't see United finishing above Liverpool. Can't see it somehow. And that's with United having 10 cup finals left. Right, for those who've just joined us, let's go through the lineups again. So 20 minutes to kick off. It's Hermanson in goal for West Ham. Juve, Disasi, Mavropanos and Wan-Bissaka start at the back. Matheus Fernandes, Magassa and Souček as a midfield three, just shielding that back four. That's going to be very, very tricky for Liverpool to break down. But they have got pace on the counter with Somerville, Tati Castellanos and Jared Bowen. Absolutely a team that could hurt them. A team that could hurt us, absolutely. Liverpool have got Alisson in goal, Joe Gomez at right back, Kanate, Van Dijk and Kirkes at the back four. Great to have Joe Gomez in at right back. Really, really important that he starts. Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Szoboszlai and Gakpo just behind Ekitike. If you're watching with me on the place that starts with a Y, you can see all the lineups over here. You can see the stats. You can see the live scores of all the other games as we're watching at 3 o'clock. So yeah, make sure you've joined and all that good stuff. What are we saying? Jay Sakini, good to see you, mate. If Wrexham get promoted, will they be the first team to get back-to-back promotions? Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Possibly. Welshwing says Liverpool have been on a very lucky run recently. Will run out eventually. Hang on, surely that luck applies both ways. Like we were unlucky against Manchester City. Surely luck applies both ways. If Liverpool are lucky to win late, are we not unlucky to lose late? Surely that's where the agenda seeps in. Brendan, what do you think of the draw overall? I'm interested in Newcastle-Barca. The Premier League season is a bit of a write-off, so they'll put their eggs in that basket. I think the draw is... If I'm dead honest, mate, I think all of the Premier League teams, bar Newcastle, go through. Yeah. I think all Premier League teams, except for Newcastle, go through. They've just got the bigger squads, the better teams overall. And I think this is maybe the Premier League's really dominant season in the Champions League. I think we could actually see, it's realistically possible that we see Liverpool against Manchester City in one semi-final and maybe Arsenal and Spurs in the other semi-final. I think that is infinitely possible this year. The Premier League makes 3.5 times the revenue of La Liga, pretty much 3.5 times the revenue of Serie A as well. It's no longer about the big six leagues. It's the Premier League and then the rest. And I think that's what we've seen dominate the Champions League so far. Welsh says Forest battered you. How did Forest batter us? In what world did Forest batter us? They had less possession, less shots, less shots on target, less big chances. What stats are you looking at to suggest that Forest battered us? They had one chance in the first half. And we scored what I would consider to be 2 legitimate goals and we missed 2 sitters. In what world did Forest batter us? That is absolutely clutching. That is clutching. Sarah says Forest, Liverpool had more possession, more shots on target, more crosses. How did they beat? Exactly. I have no idea how anyone could conclude that Forest battered us. Stephen says leave Frimpong and Engamoa on the bench. Your team picks your Arne Slot. Don't know what you mean, Stephen. I think Frimpong's not fit and Rio Engamoa is in the red zone, isn't he? So it's impossible to pick him when he's like that. Didn't Wimbledon do the back-to-back-to-back promotions? Oh, they might have done. I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure. Shots on target, Welsh. Shots on target. Anyone can have pot shots from 30 yards out. They didn't actually create any chances. They had one chance in the first half, mate. That was it. One chance. Have a look at big chances created. If we're looking just at stats, I mean, I don't think you can watch a game just off stats, but if you throw in stats at it, then I think stats would tell you that Liverpool were the better side in that one. Vatira, Spurs aren't going through. I'd say they are, mate. I think Atletico Madrid are not that impressive. If you watch much of Atletico this season, not that great. Daddy-O, I think Wrexham have the record for most promotions back-to-back already. Fair enough. And Ryan says, I heard that West Brom wants Carlos Corberan back as manager. I don't think he's going back to West Brom. I don't think he'd swap Valencia for bottom half championship side at the moment. UK Darren fan, Swansea. What about Swansea? Did Swansea do back-to-back promotions? I think they might have done, yeah. I'm sure they came under Brendan Rodgers. I'm sure they did. Rihan, I think PSG will knock Liverpool out of the Champions League again if they meet in the quarter-final. That's absolutely your right to think that, mate, but I can't see it. Real Madrid will probably... I think City will beat Real Madrid. I think City would beat Bayern quite comfortably. And I think Liverpool will... Yeah, I'm not really concerned about PSG or Chelsea. I'd rather Chelsea, to be honest. DW, up the hammers. Yes, up the hammers, of course it is. Jake says, Welsh wing-guarded Sunderland batter us as we had more possession, more shots on target, more missed two sitters, more corners and scored from one. Roshant, I agree with Welsh. We were poor first half, second half we were good after Salah and Gakpo were substituted. At the end of the day, I was going to say, you can apply that exact same logic to the Arsenal-Spurs game, can't you? Because, to be fair, if that goal goes in from Kolo Muani, it's 2-2. It's a different game. So let's not talk about luck. Hey, 3-star, how's it going? I'm forever popping bubbles. Forest fan, definitely keen on West Ham dropping points today. Hopefully we'll help you out with that, mate. I think we will. DW, I put Sobersley in my FPL, so I hope you lose 4-3 and he gets a hat-trick. Biz, still talking about Arsenal, didn't think they played today. No, they don't, mate. No, they play tomorrow against Chelsea. Yeah, Arsenal-Chelsea tomorrow. Check your fixture list. If you're new to football, this will be a great channel for you, mate. Stephen, Frimpong trained all week. Engamoa has the pace. We are slow. We need pace. Owen, Fowler, come on, give him a go, lad. I think the problem, Stephen, is look at all those players. Michael Owen, Raheem Sterling, Trent, players who started playing minutes, lots and lots and lots of minutes at 16, 17 years of age. They were broken, mate. They were retired at 26. We've had this conversation numerous times. I absolutely understand why Arne Slot is hesitant with Rio Engamoa. They've got to treat him very, very delicately. Very, very carefully. He's not fully grown yet. He's still a young man. He's not even an adult yet. He's still a kid. He's literally still a kid. You can't just throw him in to 90 minutes against grown lads, grown Premier League men. You can't do it. It's so, so difficult for him. As talented as he is, you have to resist that because otherwise he'll get muscle injuries. He'll end up just like Trent. Trent's been having 3 months out pretty much every year for the last 4 years. 3 months plus out of the season. Why? Due to recurrent hamstring injuries. Michael Owen, career finished at 26. Look at Yamal. Look at Pedri. Look at Gavi. All the young players at Barcelona who've been playing since 17, 18. You've got to be very, very careful with these young players. You've got to treat them really carefully. Sink, throw him at the deep end, sink or swim mentality. It's not about that. I don't think there's a question over his talent. There's no question at all about Raheem Sterling, about Rio Engamoa's talent. Same as there wasn't with Raheem Sterling. There is no question about his talent. It's about handling him in a way that doesn't damage his career over the next 10 years. That's the big problem. That is the big, big issue. Sarah says, look at Saka. They played him very young. Well, yeah, Saka as well. Yeah, same as Saka. I mean, you've got to be really careful with these young lads. That's all it is. You've got to be very, very cautious. Sorry. Norms, nice kit collection. Cheers, Norms. Jimmy, I want to draw so Spurs go down, even though I want Liverpool to hammer these fools. I don't see Spurs going down no matter what happens today, mate. Yamal is rarely injured. Have you not seen Yamal's recent injury record, mate? Yamal's got loads of issues with his pubic bone. DHR Mark, love the Ajax jersey. Cheers, man. Daddy O says, I don't get people's obsessions with playing children. Arsenal fans did it with Darman, the kid's 15. I think people think football is FIFA. Well, yeah, they do, don't they? That is, unfortunately, that is a very sad part of it, sadly. Yeah, it is. Sarah Welsh, the hardest team you played in the Champions League was Bayern. I don't think even Bayern are that hard, to be honest. I think Bayern would be beaten by pretty much any top 6 Premier League side over 2 legs. Apart from their attack, their defence in the midfield's a bit naff. Stephen says, so if you said that about Stevie, Robbie and Owen, don't understand. Well, to be fair, people did say that about Michael Owen, and they were proven right about Michael Owen. Stevie did have major issues with his thigh and his muscles. Robbie Fowler did his knee, didn't he? Robbie Fowler did his knee at 20, and he was never the same player again. So, yeah, you've approved all of those examples work. Look at, again, Trent is the most recent one. Look at Trent Alexander-Arnold. Look at where Raheem Sterling is now. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 3 months, recurrent hamstring injuries, mate. You can't play a 16-year-old kid because he's good enough. You can't do it. You just can't do it. Brady, good to see you, my friend. Old Firm tomorrow. What's your predictions? I fancy Rangers. I think Rangers will get a result. I'm not just saying that because you're a Rangers fan, Brady, but I think Rangers will get a result in that one. DN, he's played 140 games in 2 years for Barca. Does that not strike you as a real problem? Surely that's a major issue. Jimmy, did you see that Arsenal youngster did in the Reading under-21s game with the kick-ups? I haven't, mate, no. Do you think Salah should be dropped, says Number Snatcher. Do I think Salah should be dropped? No, we haven't got anyone else, sadly. I don't think there's anyone else we can realistically play there. If we had Frimpong, then I would probably be more inclined to. I think Frimpong would be a better option there. But unfortunately, we only have Mo Salah, and if we only have Mo Salah, then we're kind of stuck, so yeah. Eugene, you can hear them crying at the lane. Eberici scores again. Who did you sign to replace Gakpo in the summer? I don't think we signed anyone to replace Gakpo in the summer. If I'm dead honest, mate, I think there's a very real possibility that Gakpo stays and maybe Rio Engamoa goes out on loan. That might be what happens. I think Cody Gakpo's a very reliable player as a backup. I don't necessarily think he's a starter for a top 4 side, for example. Stephen says, we bought a £130 million striker and he broke his leg. Sometimes risk it for a biscuit. Yeah, good. Thank God football clubs can't think like that, mate. Football clubs have got to give some thought to the player's future and their career. They can't just you can't just think, oh, we've got a game on Saturday, give him a play. Alexander Isak, wonderful player, broke his leg. There's not a lot we can do about that. I reckon Cody goes Bayern for another wad of cash. Well, there's talk about Elise, isn't there? There's talk about Liverpool and Michael Elise. There's talk about Liverpool and Jan Diamand. If we can get one or both of those, then obviously it changes things maybe for Liverpool. Welshwing, having Tottenham be relegated before Everton in the Prem, even after all these years, would be chef's kiss. Come on, Forest and West Ham. Well, we are 6 minutes away from kickoff at Anfield. Jan is a proper winger. Jan Diamandis. Stephen, sounds like Arne, pal. That's why he's getting the sack. Mate, Arne Slot is not going to get the sack. I guarantee you, Stephen. Come back here at the end of the season or the start of next season. I promise you Arne Slot's still going to be Liverpool manager. Absolutely guaranteed. There's no world in which he gets sacked. Eugene says 96 minutes from Somerville scoring a last-minute winner. Oh, don't say that. Don't even see that. Jake says, I'm a good 3-star. I'm confident that we'll win 4-1. Ekatiki, double, Sobo, Banger, and Grav. I know it's random. Well, let's see. Let's see. Prod TMX score prediction. I think 2-1 Liverpool. I think 2-1 Liverpool. Could see West Ham getting a point, though. I am quite nervous. Quite nervous. Roshan says, tactically, why do you like Arne Slot? Because I think he plays a good style of football. A very, very good style of football, which we saw last season. Have you a pint of water on it? Pint of water it is. Let's take a pint of water on it. Patrick says, need the West Ham win. Spurs getting relegated would be glorious. Spurs aren't getting relegated. Look at the bench for Liverpool there as well. Chiesa, Robertson, Neoni, Engamoa, Mamadashvili, Chiesa, Frimpong, Jones, Mamadashvili, Engamoa, Neoni, Ramsey, Robertson and Woodman. 2 goalkeepers on the bench for Liverpool. Where West Ham have only got 1 goalkeeper on the bench. That tells you everything you need to know about Liverpool, that we've literally had to put 2 goalkeepers on the bench for the vast majority of the season because we've just had that many injuries. We've been horrific. Ryan, I think Liverpool will be alright and I don't think Slot will be sacked. Welshwing, better yet, Spurs get relegated and we win the quadruple. Am I asking too much? Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Daddy-O, I think Liverpool will win 2-0, but it's not personal key. Come on the Hammers, just because I need that gap closed to Spurs. Yeah, that's fine, mate. That's all good. You're probably right, but the thought of it is nice. Hey, enjoy it while you can, then. Eugene, here's my score prediction just before half-time. 44 minutes, obviously from a free kick. You already know who's taking it. And then 90 min, Somerville to secure a draw. Okay. Welshwing, I think Slot will walk if Liverpool finish behind Chelsea and United. But finishing 5th gets us Champions League footy, mate, doesn't it? Even if we finish 5th, we get Champions League footy. So it's not the end of the world, even if we finish behind United and Chelsea. I don't see it, but if we do, then we still get Champions League footy next year. Which, again, isn't the end of the world. We go again. We go again. But we've got 60 seconds or so to kick off at Anfield. Huge game. I'll keep you updated on all the other games as they're going on. Burnley, Brentford, Newcastle, Everton in the Championship. Charlton play Wrexham, Coventry, Stoke, Ipswich, Swansea, Oxford, West Brom. Big battle at the bottom of the table in the Championship. Preston, Millwall, QPR, Sheffield United, and already relegated Sheffield Wednesday play Southampton, who are hoping, if they can, to close the gap on the playoffs. So we'll keep an eye out on all those. Italy, Napoli play tonight at 5 o'clock. Como currently 3-1 up against Lecce. In La Liga, Barcelona play Villarreal at 3:15. We'll keep an eye on that one. Tonight, Oviedo play Atletico. I was going to do that game. I was going to do a watch-along for Oviedo against Atletico Madrid. But yeah, no, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll also keep an eye out on Hearts and Aberdeen, which is a 3 p.m. kickoff as well. But this one is about to get underway at Anfield. P says, match prediction. I think 2-1 to Liverpool. Just about. I think 2-1's going to be the right score today. Eugene says, mate, why did I see a fan holding a Florian Wirtz scarf? He's kind of good, but is he like £150 million good? He's probably not £150 million good, but it's helpful that we didn't pay anywhere near that for him. That's about 50% more than we actually paid for him, mate. So, no, he's not £150 million good. He's not £200 million good. But I think he is £100 million good, which is exactly what we paid for him. So that's what I would say. I think he's a very, very talented young player. Ian, good morning, Key from San Francisco. Yes, man, good to see you. Good to see you, man. Shell, come on, you Irons. The Everton fans cheering on West Ham here. What a surprise. Daddy also says, random question, but you've mentioned Championship Manager a few times. Do you still play? Currently got you on while playing my FM26 save. I'll be honest, mate. No, I don't really play it all that much. I don't play it all that much. I have got the FM26 mobile game. I got that because it was free with Netflix. But that's it. I tried, and I'll be honest, I think it was all pretty grim, wasn't it? People have stopped playing it now. So yeah, no, I haven't played Footy Manager in a very, very long time. Martin Zubamendi says 2-1 to Liverpool. Bowen opens the scoring. Gravenberch to equalise, and McAllister with a late winner. Good lad. Well, hey, I'll take that. I'll take that now. 3-star says, you'll never walk alone with hope in your heart. Got it blazing out on my TV. Get the job done, please, Liverpool. Well, let's see. Could Newcastle and Everton pinch a point? Could Newcastle pinch a win against Everton at St James's Park? But let's get the timer up and running because we're off and on the way here. Okay, there you go. We're off. We are off. Loco, great maths there. 50% more than you lot paid for him would be 200 million. No, he said 150 million. He said 150 million. That's what I'm saying. So we paid 100 million. And 50% more of 100 million is 150 million, obviously. So yeah, that's not what I said. That's what he said. Ian, love you on your show, but I can't agree with you today. It has to be a West Ham win. Well, hey, listen, we can see. We'll wait and see. Somerville down the right-hand side. Good play by Liverpool. Winning it back. Starting to dominate possession early. This is what we needed. This is what we needed. Martin says, sorry to tell you, Newcastle are going to win 2-0. It's a part of the script. Ipswich are 1-0 up against Swansea. Interesting. Daddy, oh, it ain't that bad. Like anything, it has major changes. The default opinion these days is it's trash. Sadly. Loco, right, and he said, is he £150 million good? And you said he's just added about 50% of what you actually paid for him. Which is correct, yeah. So if we paid 100, 50% of 100 is 50 million. 50 million is 150 million, right? There you go. So there you go. We're all caught up, Loco. Come on, mate. Keep up, lad. Keep up. 50% of 100 million, 50 million. So we haven't paid 50% more than he alleged that we had. Or than we actually had, rather. Eugene, again, no hate, Akatiki, but I hope he doesn't score today. It's because I want my boy Gyökeres to score more. Great play down the left-hand side for Liverpool. Oh, is it going to be a corner? We'll take that. Well done. We'll take it. Come on, boys. Chance. Hugo! Yes! Fast start! Hey! Hugo Ekitike! How's about that then? Get in there, baby! Hugo Ekitike scores for Liverpool, just as I predicted. Fast start, lovely ball, and a lovely strike. Hugo scores. How about that then? Get in there! You love to see it, baby. Hugo Ekitike, bang! Liverpool bang in front. Just what we wanted. Absolutely fantastic goal. It was a corner kick that came in. West Ham cleared it away. It comes back out to Gravenberch. Headed back in. Bit of head tennis. It somehow makes its way. It's a little bit like the Champions League final goal for Origi, I guess. It gets played over to Ekitike. Was it Gravenberch who gets the assist? Yeah. Ekitike, and then just what a strike. Bit of a deflection. I didn't see the deflection on the first angle, but it does just take a little nick. And it goes, I think the goalkeeper was wrong-footed anyway, to be honest. But there you go, 1-0 Liverpool. We are in front. Fabulous goal from Hugo Ekitike. Alice, set piece FC. Wasn't off a set piece. Wasn't off a set piece. Lisha says, so shite these. West Ham. Are you on about so shite West Ham, the West Ham you couldn't beat? Are we on about that same West Ham? Is it the same one? I thought it might be. There you go, the rout has begun. Hugo, love it. Absolutely fantastic result for the lads. Come on. Early goal, great start, Hugo, absolutely. Martin says, Vamos, even as an Arsenal fan, I'm enjoying this. I'd love West Ham to go down. Ha ha ha. Jade says, Ryan, believe in your team. You're playing against the champions. Hope you survive. Well, do you know what? For a team that are on a really, really good run, I don't think Liverpool are going to get enough credit, you know, for the fact that we are beating a team on a really, really good run. They're doing really, really well. West Ham have, like I said, lost once in their last 7 or 8 games, something like that. They're doing really, really well. So I don't really understand why there's a criticism of West Ham here. Liverpool have started strongly and we've scored. Scouse B, we started very well. We did, mate. Absolutely. Started incredibly well. Daddy O, great start for you guys. Shame now we have to wait until the 77th minute for the next goal, which will be a Salah pen, as I mentioned earlier. Hey, well, we'll see. I'll take that now. Eugene, not going to talk about Chelsea because when every time I talk about something I don't want, I get it. So, yeah. Yeah, don't mention it. You'll jinx it. But Liverpool playing really well here. This is a good start to the game. We've controlled possession. We've nicked a goal. I say nicked a goal. We've dominated West Ham in the opening stages. And we've got a well-deserved opening goal. I'm happy with that. Really good start. Playing well. And ultimately, do you know what? The result far more important than the performance today. K2, how's it going, mate? Good to see you, lad. How's things? Will says, not yet key, but I'll keep this game on. Good lad. Andy says, winning and still below United. All this cheering for nothing. Hey, Andy, listen. Plenty of times you've been below, well, pretty much all, for basically the entirety of the last 10 years you've been below us. So, listen, it's all good, mate. You can ride, you enjoy it. You enjoy it for a while you're above us. I somehow don't see you finishing above us this season. And even if you do, it's because you've been in one competition for God knows how long. It's easy enough, innit, if you've got cup finals every weekend because you've been knocked out of everything else and you're not good enough for Europe. Ha ha! Kingsloth, afternoon key, who are we watching? Looking at the background, it's United, but they don't play till tomorrow. No, it's Liverpool against West Ham, mate. Yeah, Liverpool 1-0 up against West Ham. And Brentford have gone in front against Turf Moor. At Turf Moor. Brentford 1-0 up at Burnley. That's probably going to confirm Burnley's relegation. Or certainly all but confirm it. They're 8 points now from safety, Burnley, having played a game more if they were to lose today. So tough for them to make that sort of ground up. Jake, I love Hugo more than my girlfriend. Why does your girlfriend love him as well? Liverpool lucky to be winning. Behave yourself, Reese. I'm glad to see Joe Gomez at right back. How's he look so far? Comfortable. Yeah, opening 10 minutes, pretty comfortable. Corner for West Ham, straight out over the other side. Mavropanos just headed it wide there. Shell says, see you later, everyone. Come on, Everton. Everton still 0-0 with Newcastle as it stands. Still 0-0. But yeah, it's been a good start. Very good start. Welsh Wing says, are you cheering for Arsenal tomorrow? Key will help with your top 4 chances. No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to be supporting either of them. So I'm just watching the game to enjoy the game tomorrow, mate. I couldn't care less who wins, to be honest. Hopefully one of them drop points. And I don't really care who wins. I'll be delighted if either of them lose. Or if both. If it's a draw, I'll be delighted with that too. So I'm happy either way. Happy either way with that one. Ryan is literally a rat because did bro really switch his profile picture to Nuno? Ryan? What are we talking about? Oh, Ryan, as in the West Ham fan, Ryan. No, I thought he was on about the Bournemouth player, Ryan. Coventry City 1-0 up. Be a great goal, great result for Coventry if they can win that one. West Ham to win 2-1, says Hussein. I don't see it. Not for me, mate. I don't see it. And Andy says Liverpool finished below United a number of times in the 90s and 2000s. Let's not forget that. Oh, you got to go back that far? Come on. Who are Coventry playing, Will? They're playing Stoke. 1-0 up at home against Stoke. But yeah, Liverpool have done very, very well so far. Top performance. Been made up with it. Reggie says, my Liverpool mate reckons Ekatike is better than Isak. How do you even respond to someone like that? I'd just remove them from my friendship group very, very quickly. And never speak of them again. No, do you know what, mate? Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I just don't understand. Football fans are very fickle, aren't they? They're very fickle. They don't really look at bigger picture. They just tend to look at what's directly in front of their face. And, yeah, Hugo Ekatike's been playing. Isak's a bad signing. Why? Because Isak's been injured all season. Not because he's a bad player, because he's been injured. Dagoa, Tola. The GOAT only. Sorry, Liverpool 3-1. Let's hope so. I'll take that now. We'll batter West Ham, says Jake. And Leicester are going down to League One, says Reggie. Welsh just claims you hate Chelsea more than Arsenal, yet want both to lose. No, I just don't care. I just don't care tomorrow. I honestly don't mind. I'm quite happy if Arsenal win. I'm quite happy if Chelsea win. Ideally, I'd have a draw so both of them drop points, but I'm happy either way. I'm happy with any result tomorrow. I am ambivalent to the score tomorrow. I'll cheer if Chelsea score, and I'll cheer if Arsenal score. You have my word. To be fair, Arsenal could beat Chelsea tomorrow and still throw the title anyway. They're that sort of side. They can drop points against bottom of the table Wolves. Then I wouldn't rule them out dropping points against anyone. What a pass that is from Kirkes over to Mo Salah. Can Salah do anything? No, he can't. As per usual, Mo Salah, dreadful. Amapiano scores. It's currently Burnley 0, Brentford 1, and Liverpool 1, West Ham 0. But yeah, I think we've been very good opening 15 minutes, but Salah not so great there. Could Leeds upset City later? Yeah, they could. They've got a great home record. City have won 2 of their last 6 away games, so yeah, City have got every chance of dropping points there, but I don't think they will. Can't see it. Paul, have you got your Leeds shirt ready for later, Key? Vickers' collar would be better because we'll need a miracle. I don't think you will, mate. Listen, you've got good results this season. Don't forget, you beat Chelsea. You got a great result against Liverpool. Great result against United. Great run this from Somerville, and Wan-Bissaka couldn't make the most of it. Fabulous run that from Somerville. Did really well. Oxford 1-0 up against West Brom. Eugene says, all score predictions for me are Liverpool 1-1 West Ham. Burnley 2-0 with Brentford. Newcastle 2, Everton 1. City 1, Leeds 1. Stacey and cheer if United score. I absolutely will not be cheering if United score tomorrow. We'll be all about Palace tomorrow. Welsh Wing, City potential banana skin tonight. Potential banana skin tonight, considering how they played versus Newcastle. Hang on, City potential banana skin tonight, considering how they played versus Newcastle. Do you think they played that bad against Newcastle? I didn't think they did. I thought they played really well. I was quite happy with how they played against Newcastle. I don't think Newcastle did anything really. It was quite a controlled performance. West Ham started to get a little bit more in the game, though. I've got to say, I'm a little bit more concerned the last few minutes. If it's anything, it's looking more like West Ham are. West Ham are doing all right here. Kingsloth depends if it's raining or windy or they're sleeping in their own beds on Arsenal winning tomorrow. Oh God, yeah. Heaven forbid they don't get exactly the same setup as everyone else. Welshwing says, oh come on, Key, Newcastle had the better chances. I'm sure you just read the paper in the morning and believe what everyone else tells you. Because there's no... That is the narrative driven by the media, isn't it? That City struggled against Newcastle. The narrative is that Liverpool struggled against Forest. But I can't believe that you watched both games and actually believe that to be the case. Where was the chances that Newcastle had in that game? I didn't see one. Second half, they didn't do anything. It was 2-1 first half, wasn't it? City had the better chances. They were 2-1 up at half-time. Neither team really had many chances in the second half, but City certainly had the better ones. Newcastle had more of the ball. Did more of the ball, but even if you look at the... even if we look at the stats. Go on, let's have a look at the stats. Second half, both had the same number of shots. City had more on target. Newcastle had 52% possession to City's 48. City had 3 big chances in the second half. Newcastle had 0. I don't know what world you're watching that, mate. Honestly, I can't agree with you on that one. To each their own, but I don't know where you got that City had... Look at that. City had 5 big chances in the game against Newcastle. 5. They scored 2. But they had 5 big chances. Newcastle had 0 and scored 1 from a pot shot outside the box that got deflected in. That's the only thing. Thierry Henry, you didn't see the last-minute fingertip save by Donnarumma. Are you joking? The last-minute fingertip save by Donnarumma wasn't like a massive, unbelievable game-saving save. They had very, very few chances overall in that game. That's why I'm saying you can't make the argument that Newcastle battered City. They didn't. There's no logic to support that argument. A draw was the deserved result. Well, listen, I'm glad. At least you're honest and you're biased. I get it. You're honest about being biased. That's fine. We all are to some degree. Newcastle 0, Everton 1. I said they would bloody win it today. Branthwaite scored off a James Garner corner. Jared Branthwaite back in the side and he scored. Everton are 1-0 in front at St James's Park. Told you. Told you Newcastle would struggle today. Eugene says, glory, glory, United Strand. King's Losses, possession doesn't win you games, scoring goals do. And City scored the goals. City scored the goals. They created the big chances. They were the better side over both halves of football against Newcastle. I don't know where anyone could say they got battered. Unless it was supporting a particular narrative they were trying to find. K2 says, let's be real, City deserved their win, but they have been poor in most games in the second half. That's fine. They don't need to be brilliant, because they might win the league without being brilliant. Arsenal haven't played fantastically well in every game, have they? I don't think they've played fantastically well in most games, but they've been very, very effective. Very efficient, very effective. The most efficient and effective team in maybe world football at the minute, but not the best in terms of performance ever. Ethan, Everton are the new set-piece FC. Reggie, have you had a fresh trim key? Here's Gakpo. Unlucky. Better effort that before from Gravenberch a few minutes ago. Gravenberch with a strike just wide. Oh, well, just tipped wide. Justin, so you are Man City fan now? No, Liverpool fan, mate. That's why I'm watching Liverpool. Do you rate Volta Messi? I don't. I think he's a very, very good player to a particular level, but I don't think Newcastle was the right club for him. I don't think he's not a midfielder. That's where Eddie Howe seems to be playing him. Baffled by Eddie Howe playing him in midfield, to be honest. Joe Gomez doing well in an attacking sense as well as defensively. He's starting to... Yeah, hopefully we just see Joe Gomez pick up some sort of a fitness, an ability to stay fit and consistently available, I think is the most important thing for Gomez. His form will come. We know he's a really good player. Daddy-O, I'm getting worried by Arsenal's lack of set-piece goals recently. I don't need those to stop for the running. Christ, if Arsenal's set-piece tap gets turned off, then they are really in trouble, aren't they? Henry missed the goal. Hope there's more. I think there will be a goal, another goal, Henry. We seem to be playing quite well. John says a 6'7" striker who moves like a truck is in the number 10, Eddie Howe ball. Yeah, standard. Air Force One's the best and most consistent team. Always win the title. We don't care what you think or say. Evidently, I can understand you don't think or care what I say. That's why you come here every single week to tell me. So I'm glad you don't care, because I'd really appreciate... I'd really hate to see it if you did care. Justin, who is your favourite to win the championship or the Champions League? I'm not sure which one that is. The championship would be Coventry. The Champions League would probably be... Again, Arsenal. Arsenal have to win it, don't they? Again, if you're spending the most money, you've got the best squad, you have to win it. If they don't do it, then disappointing for Arsenal, isn't it? Let's be honest. Chance, it's another corner. Van Dijk, it's 2! Hey, there you go! Talk about set-piece FC. We're learning the game, baby. It's over. It's Virgil van Dijk, Ekatike with the first, Virgil with the second. Yes, let's have it. You love to see it. Liverpool flying back into the top 4, top 5. We will absolutely claim Champions League footy this season. That's how you do it. Just as Arsenal are turning off the set-piece FC tap, we're turning it back on. There you go. We'll have it, baby. Great ball in, great goal. Liverpool 2-0 up. Eder Lisboa, no open play goal key yet. No, what do you know about the first goal was open play? Yeah, first goal was definitely open play. And Brentford have scored a second. Brentford have got a second. It's 2-0 for Brentford at Turf Moor. Reese, what a surprise, Virgil van Disney. You can have fourth when we take third. United aren't getting third. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Oxford now 2-0 up against West Brom as well. Owen says, good boy, but beating a relegation team doesn't win a Premier League. Well, agreed. I mean, I do Arsenal know what winning a Premier League takes? Because they couldn't beat a relegation team last week in Wolves, could they? So we'll see. Time will tell if they can do it. What are we saying? Sorry. Habesh says set piece FC. Yeah, listen, there's nothing wrong with set piece goals. Nothing wrong with them at all. Unless you make it your whole identity, which a certain unnamed club have. Absolutely fantastic goal, that. Brilliant. Love it. Love it. There's never anything wrong with set pieces. Nothing wrong at all with set piece goals. Set piece goals are perfectly fine unless you make them your entire identity, which, like I said, there's only a certain team in the Premier League have done that. Liverpool can score goals. As we scored our first goal, by the way, our first goal wasn't from a set piece. First goal was a brilliant goal. Fabulous finish from Hugo Ekitike. Fabulous finish. It's brilliant stuff. Absolutely sensational. And I tell you what, where does this actually leave the table? Let's have a little look at the table. The live table's just over here, if you're watching along with me. So Liverpool go up to 5th ahead of Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea play Arsenal tomorrow. So we'll have to see how that one goes. I think Chelsea get at least a point tomorrow, but we'll go Liverpool in 5th. Obviously, United play Palace tomorrow as well. Very real possibility Palace sneak a win at Old Trafford. Wouldn't be surprised by that either. Would not be surprised at all. Joe Gomez down the right-hand side. Habesh, I honestly don't care how teams score. A win is a win. Are you an Arsenal fan, Habesh? That would certainly check out if you're an Arsenal fan. You don't care how teams score. A win is a win. Yeah, I would. If you're an Arsenal fan, I would absolutely. That would stand true. Because if you've not witnessed much success in the last couple of decades, then yeah, generally speaking, you wouldn't care less how you won, as long as you won. But for big clubs like Liverpool, Man United, you need style as well as substance. You can't just have a win. However, you can't just win games of football and just that's how it works. You've got to win and win. Playing well, playing good football, attacking football, on the floor football. That's how it plays. Alan, still out of the Champions League. Still out of the Champions League? In what world? We've got Galatasaray, mate. What are you talking about? Daddy-O, I'll take a set-piece goal tomorrow when Chelsea put most of their players out the box again. You might have to. You might have to. And if that happens, if you beat Chelsea, then I'll be delighted. If you beat Chelsea and take 3 points away from him, we'll be ahead of him. I will be delighted. Absolutely made up with that if Arsenal win tomorrow. Habesh says, guilty. Yes, I support Arsenal. Is it too late to change my 3-0 West Ham prediction to 3-2? It is. We've already locked it in, Reggie. It's already locked in. Millwall 1-0. Hearts 1-0 as well. Hearts 1-0 up. Southampton 1-0 up at Wednesday. Sheffield United 1-0 up at QPR. Millwall 1-0 up at Preston. Preston are falling to bits, aren't they? Coventry 1-0 up at Stoke. Ipswich 1-0 up against Swansea as well. And Pride of Merseyside says, what we learned so far from today, Key, last week was a blip. Everton continue their away form and Burnley are relegated, basically. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I think looking at what we've seen so far today, I think Everton would rather play the final league games away from the Hill Dickinson. I think Newcastle are probably going to struggle to get Europe next year, full stop. Wrexham 1-0 in front against Charlton. Burnley are down yet, and Brentford may well make Europe. But where does that leave Everton, actually? That's an interesting point. Everton up to 8th, but they're still 3 points behind Brentford. Fulham play tomorrow, obviously. Palace play tomorrow. I mean, Fulham could go ahead of Everton, couldn't they? Fulham could realistically go ahead of Everton tomorrow if they were to win against Spurs. I've just seen the replay back of that Alisson pass. Bloody hell. Silly that from Alisson. But got away with it. Eugene says, don't know why, but my uncle, who's a Liverpool fan, has just called me and said, are we winning? And Welshwing says, sources say Turkish supercomputer predicts Liverpool will win 2-0 with absolutely no chance of a comeback from West Ham. Can you imagine? Alan says, be fun with Liverpool and United in the Champions League next year. There's not a chance that United make the Champions League next year. I don't think so. I think Villa get in front of them. Still think United fall away at the end. Lifted Clement says, can Liverpool keep a clean sheet? I think so. I think we will do. We've played well enough so far. We're dominating the game. If anything, the third goal looks far more likely to be a Liverpool goal than a West Ham one. That said, 2-0 is a very dangerous scoreline in football. I think Liverpool have to get a third goal. We have to push on and we have to go and get a third. Newcastle have equalised. Yeah, go on the Geordies. It's Jacob Ramsey. The Barcodes have managed to equalise against Everton. You love to see that. Oxford 2, West Brom 1 as well. It's not confirmed until Rasta say it. Ian, is Bowen good enough to make the England squad this year? I don't think so, mate. No. Listen, Jared Bowen is one of my favourite players, if not my favourite player, maybe, outside of the top 6, and has been for a long time. He's a wonderful, wonderful player. I would be delighted to have him at Liverpool next season. If West Ham were to go down, I think Liverpool should move heaven and earth to try and sign him. He's a really, really good player. But I don't think he makes the England squad. Because I think on the right-hand side, we're going to have Palmer, we're going to have Saka, we're going to have Madueke, and... Well, listen, Madueke gets in because of his versatility. Because Madueke can play right and he can play left. I don't think there's a world where Bowen goes over Madueke. I think the winger slots are already decided. It'll be Saka, Palmer, Gordon, Rashford. I can't see it being anyone else. Graham says, hey Key, yesterday Oxford said he was going to the Oxford game. He is, yeah, he's at the Kassam today, isn't he? And Everton are back in front, and Brentford have made it 3. Everton 2-1 now at the St James's Park. It's chaotic, to be honest. It's chaotic. Everton now in front with Beto of all people. Brentford have gone back in front at Turf Moor. Oh, sorry, have gone further in front at Turf Moor. Thiago and Damsgaard with the first 2, and the third has gone to Sharda. So Brentford wrapping it up at Turf Moor. That one's done and dusted. Liverpool still 2-0 up here, but Newcastle 1, Everton 2. Grim. Jake, fuck, 2-1 Everton. Terry, Everton are pretty good away from home. They're a lot better away from home than they are at home. I think it's 1 win in their last 8 at the Hill Dickinson. So they're really, really poor at home. Welsh wing Parker surely sacked after this. Do you think? I don't know. I don't think he gets sacked. If he does get sacked, like, what is it actually achieving? Surely Scott Parker would be a good manager to take them back up next year. Scott Parker's already done a phenomenal job in the Championship with Burnley. I'm sure he would want the opportunity, if at all possible, to go down and bring them back up. I think they could do that. They've got every chance, but he needs better to challenge in the Premier League. Sure, we did that at the same time, Keith. Habesh Bowen is a great player, but Liverpool needs someone younger and with better potential. Would he be a good addition to the squad, though? Oh, yeah, so he would be a good addition, yeah. Sorry, he would be a good addition to the squad. But I think on the right-hand side, we'll go and get either a Michael Elise or a Jan Diamand, maybe, who can play both sides. Apparently, we're looking at getting both. Andy says, for me, Aston Villa aren't getting top 4. United 3rd, Liverpool 4th, Chelsea 5th. Yeah, that might well be. That might well be the outcome. Longbardo, do you ever go to games? Not anymore, mate. No, I've been to games most of my adult life, to be honest, and most of my childhood. Been to games all over Europe, all over the world. No interest in going anymore. So, yeah, unless my little girl decides she wants to go to a game, then I'll take her. But I won't be going anymore. That's me done. As far as going to games is concerned, I am done. Beanie, afternoon, key mate. Hope you're well. Good to see you, man. How's things? How are you feeling about Palace tomorrow? Should be relatively confident, I'm sure. Paul O'Brien, how many chances you giving him? We're not giving him that many chances. That's not really... If you're referring to the chance... These are just shots. They're not really chances. There's not really any clear chances here. Apart from Alisson almost handing it to him. We've played quite well defensively, I think. We've done okay. Yeah, I think we've done all right. Ekatiki, far post, should be that. I think that's a corner, isn't it? Paul, goal Marine. Goal for Marine. Beanie, looks a nice game for United. Hunting down 3rd now. I don't see United being in 3rd. I think, if anything, it's going to be more likely that United probably get reeled back in by Liverpool and Chelsea. Got a lot of difficult games to the end of the season, United. Still got to play us. Still got to go away to Newcastle midweek. You've got to play Villa, of course. You've got to play Chelsea away. So, yeah, there's a lot of big games for United to play, and I don't see them picking up enough positive results that they end up 3rd. 5th, maybe, but not 3rd. SS, did Liverpool create anything from open play or just set pieces? First goal was from open play, mate, yeah. First goal was from open play. Second one was a corner. Van Dijk headed it in. But yeah, first goal was open play. Beanie will kill you if we finish above yous. Not really, mate. No, because you get the same for 4th as you get for 3rd, really. It doesn't really make much of a difference apart from a little bit extra in prize money. Just a little bit extra in prize money. That's it. Beto getting Everton in front, Finn, I know. It's surprising that Beto's even started today. Is Barry on the bench? Yeah, Tierno, Barry on the bench. Beto starting, Beto scoring. Do we think that means that Beto might keep the slot going forward? I don't know. 3-star, it's... What's that, sorry? If it stays like this and Liverpool get another 3 or 4 goals, then Forest have to take this chance tomorrow before the City game. Forest away at Brighton tomorrow is going to be a good one. Finn says, Barry benched. I was surprised, but anyway, don't mind it. Come on. You can't be doing that. They've just showed the replay back of Bowen with the arm to the face of Kirkes. Can't be doing that. Threw him down. It was basically a slam. That was like a... It's like a... Not a snapmare. What's it called in wrestling? Like the X-Pac, the X-Factor. But yeah, as it stands, currently Newcastle 1, Everton 2. Brentford are 3-0 up at Turf Moor. And Liverpool obviously 2-0 up here at Anfield. Doing very, very well. Yeah, McAllister didn't do great there. I don't know if it should have been 3. I wouldn't have said it should have been 3, but McAllister... Look at that first... The first goal, absolutely brilliant finish from Ekitike. Sensational finish from Ekitike. Ipswich now 2-0 up against Swansea. Stacey, beating Liverpool and Anfield isn't for everyone. Well, that's your cup final, isn't it, Stacey? That's the best thing that's happened to United in many a year. Beating Liverpool and Anfield, you don't get to experience it very often. We're fed up of beating you 7-0 and 5-0 and 4-0. We're fed up of it. Had to give you one eventually. About time. Once in a decade. Yeah, it's not been very long, has it? The last time was obviously Rooney, wasn't it, in 2016? So yeah, once every 10 years. I can live with United beating Liverpool at Anfield once every 10 years. It doesn't happen very often. Zachariah, it's actually absurd. You're up 2-0. They've been miles the better team. Just proves scorelines mean nothing. Well, hey, if that's what you think, mate, that's your right to think that. But, like I said, I don't think so. I think we have been the better side. I think we have dominated. I think we've done more than well enough at different points. And, yeah, we've been the better side overall, I think. Macca, yes, it's there! It's 3, baby! Hey! McAllister, all of a sudden, he's my favourite player again. Alexis McAllister's been dreadful, absolutely dreadful for such a long time. But he's got 2 in 2. He's come alive at the end of the season. Alexis McAllister, game over, 3-0. We'll take that. We will take that. Game's done. Wrap it up now. 3 points in the bag. Absolutely fantastic. Ekitike with a lovely little layoff. And what a finish from McAllister. It's a great goal. 2 from open play. That's how you do it, Arsenal. 2 from open play. Just a 1 set piece. We don't need set pieces. 2 from open play. We'll have it. We'll take it. Get in there. Alexis McAllister, what a finish that is. What a volley. That's absolutely brilliant stuff. Ekitike did really well to lay it off, but what a finish. Yeah, great goal that. Brilliant goal. Fabulous stuff. 2 open play goals, 1 set piece. We'll take that, no problem. And it's Ekitike who's now got a goal and an assist today. Has he actually? Oh, Sam. Apparently Saeed's just ended his live stream. I'll tell you what, it's so bad if you can't even hate watch to the end. For Saeed, that's so poor. So poor. Open play, 2 open play goals, wonderful open play finishes as well. From Ekatike and McAllister, did very, very well there. 2 open play goals, just the one set, but we didn't even need the set piece goal, we'd have won it without it. We'd have won it without it. 2 open play classics from Liverpool. We're dominating the Hammers. The Hammers are getting hammered. They've been hammered. That's a foul, ref. Come on. Daddy-O says, cheap dig, but I'll take it. But that moves Liverpool into second for open play goals, overtaking Arsenal. Listen, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the open play goals overall. All that means is just Arsenal have stat padded after they've scored. The important first goal is where it's really at. That's what we're talking about. When people say set piece FC, what they're really talking about is how do you actually break teams down? It's set pieces for Arsenal. That's the problem. The bigger stat, the one that you would need to find is percentage of like opening goals or match winning goals that come from own goals or set pieces. Percentage of goals, like game-winning goals, right? That's what I'm talking about. Game-winning goals. Goals that determine something in the game. What I'm not talking about is like Arsenal win 4-0 at Leeds, right? They got set pieces. They got the set piece goals, but then the last couple were like open play. Fine. That just adds 2 more. That just inflates the numbers, doesn't it? That doesn't mean they're good at open play goals. It just means they were already ahead and they killed the game off. Lisha, it's even more poor that you lot could win 100-0 today and still not be above us. You don't get anything for being above Liverpool in February, mate. Nothing. You don't get the above Liverpool in February trophy. I know you're desperate for the trophy at United, but yeah, you don't get the above Liverpool in February trophy. I promise you don't get it. It doesn't exist. TZ, it's been set pieces for Liverpool since December. Corners, free kicks. Behave yourself. Come on. It's not been that at all. First goal today wasn't a set piece. Neither was the third. Alexis McAllister, I'm not salty anymore. That's from a Forest fan. He's delighted. Absolutely delighted. Saeed's finished his hate watch. He's ended it. 3-0 down at half time. He's ended it. Oh. They can't hack it, can they? They can't hack it. It's wonderful stuff. Absolutely sensational. Burnley have pulled one back. Bang on half-time at Turf Moor. And it's a Michael Coyote own goal. Where's that come from? But Michael Coyote scored an own goal. Burnley 1, Brentford 3. And Stoke have equalised against Coventry. Big game at the top of the Championship. And, yeah, big game at the top of the Championship. But Coventry now 1-1 with Stoke. And it is half-time. It is half-time here at Anfield. We'll take it. JH, never seen someone... What are you saying? Sorry, mate. Go on, let's read the super chat. What are you saying? Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. First off, appreciate it. Never seen someone so against scoring set pieces. I'm not against scoring set pieces. You've misread the situation quite significantly. I have never ever once said I am against set pieces. Like I said, I've only said about scoring the opening goal or a game-winning goal or goals that actually mean anything. How do you actually break down the opposition? The vast majority of Arsenal's decisive goals, let's call them decisive goals, they tend to come from set pieces and own goals, the vast majority of them. which is where people claim, not just me, it's not an agenda driven by me. People will claim that it's an agenda. We'll claim that it's an agenda, but people will see that it's not necessarily the prettiest way of playing football. What are we saying? Sorry, Nelson. Again, VAR and referee mistake. West Ham penalty. Penalty? Behave yourself. Where's the penalty? There was no penalty there. Never a penalty. Never in a million years a penalty. Oxford half-time, 2-1 West Brom. It's half-time in the Premier League. Newcastle 1, Everton 2. Liverpool, obviously 3-0 up here. And Burnley 1, Brentford 3. Beard plays darts. Arsenal played pretty football and got hammered. Well, he didn't play pretty football. Not under Mikel Arteta. There's never been pretty football under Mikel Arteta. It's not within his footballing thoughts process. He doesn't really play pretty football. That's not his thinking. Mick, how's it going, Mick? Good to see the Ev winning away at Newcastle. No surprise that Everton smashing it, doing very well. Ian, what's the half-time quiz going to be? Oh, yeah, let's do a little cheeky half-time quiz. I did do one pre-match. So if you want to check out the pre-match quiz, you'll have to spool back on YouTube. But we can do a little quiz here as well, if I can find me book. Here we go. Let's have a little look-see. Stacey, I love the banter on this channel. This is how it should be. That's it. That's what it's about. Need a third, but overall playing well. Yeah, I think Beto coming in and scoring's really been an important thing for Everton, isn't it? Given that Tierno Barry's been struggling recently, Beto coming in and scoring, that'll just take the pressure off him a little bit. Lucky last-minute dagger against Forest last week. Hang on a minute. Let's just wheel that back. How was it lucky? We battered him. We absolutely battered him. How was it lucky? There's no luck in beating Forest away, as Arsenal would well know. How did you get on away at Forest? It's difficult. How did you get on away at Sunderland? Yeah, we won both of them. Like I said, it's not easy playing away at these these tough relegation-threatened teams. Forest made it very difficult and defended very, very well. Same as they did against Arsenal, same as they've done against United as well. He got a point against United. They are a very, very defensively resolute team, and Liverpool won. Nothing wrong with that. We won. Played well. What are we saying? Preview to review. You are everything that is wrong with today's football fans. Oh, go on, mate. Elaborate. I'd be delighted to hear your thoughts. Please elaborate on that. Brian, is it not funny the other night I got told not to bring up Arsenal in fixtures not involving Arsenal because it's getting boring now? But hang on a minute. You brought up Arsenal in a game that was like, I don't even know what game it was. Palace against Zrinski Mostar, mate. There was no need to mention that. People have come in and immediately had a pop. Lots of people about Set Piece FC. So all I've done is talked about Set Piece. In fact, I didn't even mention Arsenal. I said an unnamed team have made it all about set pieces this season. I didn't even mention them. Brian, I'll speak about whatever the chat wants to speak about. Absolutely no one. I can categorically promise you, Brian, nobody in the bloody Crystal Palace Zrinski Mostar game mentioned Arsenal. For about 45 minutes, it was a non-Arsenal zone, and you came in and asked about Arsenal. I promise you, nobody mentioned it. Nobody. This'll finish 6 or 7-0, says Red Rebellion. Let's hope so. Preview to review. Well, you don't go to games. Do you know why I don't go to games, mate? Have you ever heard the story of why I don't go to games? A very, very compelling reason why I don't go to games. And I don't think you'd be so brash otherwise. Hawaii 5-0, always talking Arsenal when I see these lives. Wait, no one's forcing you to stay involved, mate. But you'll find that I'm not talking about them. I simply read the chat and we talk about it and discuss it together. If people want to talk about Arsenal, we'll talk about Arsenal. If people are in the chat talking about United, I'll happily talk about United. We'll talk about anything and everything here across the Premier League sphere. That's what we do. We talk footy every single day. Banned for eating all the pies. Hot dogs, mate. Yeah, hot dogs. Banned for eating all the hot dogs. Red Rebellion, one more goal, puts us into fourth, level on goal difference. We don't need goal difference. We'll be above these no marks on points, United and Chelsea. We'll be finishing ahead of them on points. We'll go and beat Chelsea at Anfield, and we'll beat United at Old Trafford, and we'll be ahead of them both. Ahead of them both. What a Brew says, reel 'em in, Key. To be honest, they're not very original, are they, to be fair? It's all good. Can't stop on because shopping might get on later. There's no worries, Paul. Yeah, take it easy, mate. Good to see you in. Jaden, least favourite team in the Prem. Manchester United. Quite considerably. Man United miles ahead of everyone else. Hang on a second. Right, okay. Got you. Hang on. Right, sorry. Okay, I think we're back. Fingers crossed. Camera overheated then. Hey, camera overheated for a second. Benidorm Ben, are you confident you guys will reach top 4? Yes. Yeah, comfortably we'll reach top 4. Not concerned at all. Brian, right, what's the point you're making then? You'll say one day you'll speak about whatever the chat want next. It's getting boring now. No, it's getting boring when you're mentioning it on Palace against fucking Drinsky Mostar, mate. It's boring when people mention it every single live. That's all I'd say. And, like, limit it at least to Premier League games. Come on, like, let's have at least a little bit of that. I'll talk about whatever people want to talk about, but, like, come on. Let's have at least a little bit of offence work around it. And again, you come in saying that I'm talking about it too much. So you're not even mentioning it. Like if you came in and said, Key, what do you think? Or even ask the chat, not me. What do we think, guys? Do you think Arsenal could win the quad this year? Then we can have a reasonable discussion about it. But it's not. It's always negative Nancy, innit? And Dor says, yo, where the F is Stefan Bajcetic? I forgot he existed. He's injured, mate. Yeah, he's out injured. Again, sadly, bad injury. Paul, why do you hate Doncaster Rovers, Key? I loathe Donny Rovers. Daddy-O, after that 45 minutes, I think Liverpool will just edge the game. And Liverpool are playing West Ham and Arsenal fans talking about Arsenal. Why? Leave them be. Leave them be. It's all good. Craig Boy says, I'm a gooner and Arsenal are defo not doing the quad, mate. Well, I don't think so either. But again, it's apparently that's hateful to say that. Jack, what's your hate Arsenal and your biased reactions to when they play? I don't know what you mean, Jack. I have no idea what you're on about, mate. Arsenal fan here, and Arsenal will win 2 trophies this season. Yeah, maybe, possibly. Could happen. Imagine an LFC fan wanting City to win the league. You don't have to imagine it. I'm right here, mate. And actually, you'll find the vast majority of Liverpool fans do. Do you know why? Do you know why Liverpool fans want City to win the league? It's very simple. I mean, we've talked about this numerous times. City play better football. That's it. That's the only reason. There's nothing else. Doesn't mean that Liverpool hate Arsenal. There's nothing against Arsenal. I actually quite like Arsenal as a club. I just think City play better football. That's all it is. There's nothing more to it than that. Is a quiz happening? I don't think so, no, because we're very near to the second half, mate. Sir, why not? They're a Northern... Hang on a second. H. Duncan, it's okay, Liverpool still Prem holders. We are indeed. Reggie says, Key, can we spend the entire second half previewing the Arsenal-Chelsea game, please? It's so true. It's so true. Lee says, embarrassing. They have 115 charges and cheat non-stop. You do know charges is not a crime, though, right? You know that's how the legal justice system works. A charge isn't a crime. Just FYI. Like, nobody's suggesting that City are innocent, but they've also not been found guilty of anything. So what do you want? Arsenal play much better football last 2 seasons. I guarantee you, Jack, they don't. Again, to each their own. To each their own. Lee 90, their little brother during your title races, won 6 against 8 against you. I know, and to be fair, they have been an incredible team. Maybe the best team we've ever seen in the Premier League. I'd have no problem with that. It was sad because they beat the best Liverpool side I've maybe ever seen in the Premier League. So, yeah, City were an unbelievable side. Doesn't mean anything. Like, if City have cheated, then it's not because of the players. It's not Erling Haaland's fault. It's not De Bruyne's fault. It's not Mahrez's fault. It's nothing to do with those players. They've not cheated. Again, it's just bitterness. It's just saltiness from rival Arsenal fans, isn't it? Jake Key, I'm changing my prediction to 5-0 to us. Spurs transfer news says Arsenal struggle versus Wolves, but apparently play better football. Jack, pack it in. Yeah, they play great football, Arsenal. I remember that at Molineux the other day. It was brilliant. Astonishing. Handy Andy says, I'm an Arsenal fan and I'm doubtful we'll even win the league. League Cup at most for me. Do you know what, Andy? Honestly, I think if you win the League Cup, I think you might well win at least the Prem. And maybe the Champions League as well. But I think the Carabao Cup final is almost the most pivotal thing in the whole season for Arsenal. They've got to beat City. At some point in the next 2 games where they play City, they have to beat them. They have to go and lay down a marker. Not a draw. A draw's not good enough. Psychologically, a draw is not good enough. They have to beat City in one of those games. If they go there and draw, I think City win the title. If they draw or lose in the Carabao Cup final, I think City win the title. I genuinely think it's that big. Lee 90, by the way, Arsenal haven't lost to City in their last 5 games. And yeah, I mean that's not really surprising that we're talking about unbeaten rather than actually, going and beating your rivals, because that's something Arsenal don't do. It's not really that surprising to a team that celebrates 12 draws in a season as invincible. It's probably not all that surprising, really, that we look at it and go, well, we haven't lost against City in the last 5. North London forever. Well, hey, fine, that's all good. That's all good. No one's talking about drawing in the final. We're talking about drawing at the Etihad. You've got to play him at the Etihad, mate. You've still got a game against him in the league. You can't draw in that one. You've got to go and win. Lee, Sam, mate, we can happily take 4 points off him in 2 games a season. How is that negative? Haven't you beat him a couple of times in the last few years when they've won the title? Sure you have, haven't you, Lee? Yeah. But it's not negative. Handy Andy is a mental username. Reggie, the cup final comes first, Kate. I know, yeah, and that's why I think it has to be. They have to beat City. Obviously, if it goes to, draws, penalties, extra time, whatever, then, that's... I don't know if that psychologically does more or less damage. But I think in the league game, they've got to go and land a blow on City at some point. Reggie, has McAllister turned a corner with his form? He's been better in the last month, but there's still been a lot of games where he's been really, really poor. Like, really, really poor. We're off and underway here. Let's get the second half timer and everything going. We are underway. Right, we're off. We're all good. Has second half started yet? It has, mate. Yeah, it has. Henry, sidebar, please. Everton v Newcastle. Will Everton hold this game? I don't think so, no. I think, if anything, it's going to be another draw. I think Newcastle might pinch a point, pinch an equaliser. But we'll see. City running to the end of the season is a little harder now. You can't really look at the title running and say, these have got it harder, these have got it better or whatever. Because honestly, if in a world where Arsenal can drop points against Wolves, what is it, looking at fixtures on paper doesn't really matter, does it? If City can come to Anfield and win, Arsenal can drop and beat Real Madrid, and Arsenal can drop points away at Wolves, then what good is it? And to be fair, they probably should have dropped points against Wolves at the Emirates as well. It really doesn't matter. Looking at the fixture list, any team can beat anyone. Any team can drop points anywhere. City could lose or draw tonight against Leeds. They might well do. Frank, no matter how much you don't want to believe it, Arsenal are winning the league. Nothing you can do. I've said you'll win the league. I believe you will. I've predicted you will. I don't know what more you want. I've literally said you will win the league. I've said you'll win the Champions League. I don't know what more Arsenal fans want. Donnarumma won't play in the final. What, is he suspended? Or is that just a prediction that you think Trafford will start? He might well do. Trafford could start. Burnley 2. Burnley 2. Brentford 3. Ooh, Burnley back in it. Burnley back in it. That is not good at all. Oh, sweet Lord. I've got Brentford to win as well. But if Burnley are really closing the gap there, we could do with Brentford hanging on. Chance, no! Fuck, they've scored. So check. Shit. 3-1. Oh. It's out of nothing, that as well. Poor clearance from the right-hand side. Gomez should maybe get a bit tighter. And it's just drilled across the face of goal. I don't know who's meant to be tracking Solskjaer because he runs from deep. And it's 3-1. Liverpool now got something they need to hang on to. 3-1. There's nothing wrong with this goal. Not going to be a VAR check on it. It's a very, very good ball across the face of goal. Is it Somerville? Yeah, Somerville with the assist. Bastard. Bar steward. No, it wasn't. It was Diouf. It was Diouf. I tell a lie. Diouf with the cross. Did very well. Wonderful left back, by the way, Diouf. But Solskjaer does well, and it's 3-1. We wasn't the best at the back in the first half, to be honest. I'd still thought we was good enough to be 3-0 up, but where's the possible offside? That's not offside. There's no offside there. Yeah, they deserve a goal back. They've done all right, West Ham. Paul says he plays second string keeper in cup matches, Pep. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We shall see. Still time. still time. Andy, 3-1 up. I can't see Liverpool throwing this away. No, I can't see Liverpool throwing this away either. But you've got to be careful. West Ham are not, they're no mugs, West Ham. They played well recently. Yeah, it's not silly. You can't be foolish. You can't be silly with West Ham. They're a good side. You've got to believe that they'll be stronger in the second half, and they definitely can hurt Liverpool. Habesh says poor defending. None of them reacted to the cross. It was a good ball in, though. Again, credit to Juve. I think Juve did really well. He's been terrific for West Ham since he's come in the summer. I think you've got to give credit where it's due. It was a good ball in. Rehan, who do you think's been Liverpool's best player so far? Probably Ekitike. I think you'd give it to Hugo. He scores an important first goal, gets the goal that kind of puts Liverpool in front and on their way, and then he sets up McAllister for the third, which so far is really, holding Liverpool comfortably in front. Magino, who do you want to win in Leeds v City today? I don't really care, to be honest. I'll just watch the game. I'd guess probably City. I'd quite like to see City win. But if they don't win, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Not going to lose any sleep. But yeah, Solchek's goal has put West Ham somewhat back into contention here. Liverpool need to do a little bit better to just control the game now. Magino, so you want the cheats to win, don't get it, seeing as they cheated Pool out of so much. That's totally your right if you don't get it, mate. I've explained it many, many times. For me, I just think City play better football. And if I would rather the champions of England play good football, that's it. Daddy O says, I think it's an understood rule with managers of the bigger clubs. They will play both second goalkeepers. Wouldn't surprise me if they call each other and agree they'll both rotate a little bit. Maybe. I can't see it. I think Arteta knows this is a huge opportunity to lay a psychological blow on Pep Guardiola. So I don't think so. But maybe. Maybe. Could be right. Could be right. Sun's in the eyes of Hermanson as well. That's going to play a big part, I think, as we go through the second half here. Liverpool should start having a few pot shots from distance because the goalkeeper's definitely unsighted. Could work in maybe Salah's favour, given it's on that side. Oh, Christ. What's going on there? Mo Salah's just handed something back to Ekitike. I think it was maybe his shinny. Something off his shin. Christ, long throw into the box. Oh my God. Who is that at back stick? Not Cody Gakpo. Oh my God. Cody, you don't help yourself, mate. Cody, you don't help yourself. That is god-awful. That is an absolute sitter from Cody Gakpo. I can't tell you how bad that is. Oh, Cody, no. He's absolutely sliced it wide from 6 yards out. It's an absolute sitter to put Liverpool 4-1 in front. That's got to be a goal. That has to be a fourth goal for Liverpool. Has to be a goal. Can't believe that's not gone in. Sickening. Reggie, chat's gone quiet. Everyone's waiting to see who scores next. I know I was going to say everyone's a little bit unsure. It's delicately poised, isn't it? Crackpo at it again. Thing is, Crapco. Gakpo, we haven't got anybody else that we can play on that side. Literally nobody else. That's a penalty? That is a penalty on Ekitike. How's that not a penalty? I tell you what, by the letter of the law, he gets none of the ball and takes the man out. That's a player. That is a penalty. Gets all of the player, none of the ball. That is a penalty. The Reggies are waiting for West Ham to get another. Cody Gakpo's been booked now. I think Cody probably will be taken off for maybe Rio Engamoa in the next 15, 20 minutes or so. King Joe, what about Rio? Rio was in the red zone after training this week, so we've got to be very, very careful with him. I think, yeah, Arne Slot's got to be very delicate with him because, again, of the fact that he's only 17. So you can't just throw him into. It doesn't matter how good he is. Fans will always try and push for him to go in, but it's not about how good he is. You can't play 17. You can't play kids against men. You just can't. It will kill him. It will absolutely destroy the career. 3-star, is there an 8 p.m. Premier League game tonight? No, there isn't. No, tonight's 5:30 is Leeds City, and then after that, the only game that I was going to do Getafe. Sorry, is it Getafe? No, Oviedo it is. Real Oviedo against Atletico Madrid. I was going to do that one. Larry, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Hopefully Liverpool win. Will, not sure what I assume, injured possibly, but Haaland is out for the Leeds game. Maybe he is, yeah. Maybe he's picked up a knock. Haaland out. That's okay. Oran, are you doing the Old Firm? I'm doing the Old Firm in the Cup. It's the League Cup, isn't it, next week? I'm not doing the Old Firm tomorrow. I'm doing the Old Firm in the League Cup or the Scottish Cup, sorry, next week. And Dayize says Liverpool to win this one. I think so too, mate. I think 3-1 up. Should be winning it from here. We should be winning it. Julius. Yeah, breaking news. Haaland out for the Leeds game. He is. Daddy-O, Bayern and Dortmund at 5:30 too, yeah. Again, does anyone see really... I don't really see Dortmund getting anything there. Especially after the way they crashed out of the Champions League in midweek. Will, apparently Cherky is in his position. Sheffield Wednesday 1, Southampton 2. Let's have a little look. I mean, I don't think we've got the lineups yet, have we? Oh, we have. We have got the lineups. So for City, it's Donnarumma, Ait-Nouri, Diaz, Gueye, Nunes, and then it's O'Reilly, Rodri, Bernardo Silva midfield, and then it's a Semenyo, Cherky, Marmoush front three. Marmoush will be at centre forward. So yeah, Marmoush is at centre forward, Semenyo off the right, Cherky off the left. Or maybe Cherky a little bit deeper, Bernardo Silva off the left. 3-star, thanks Jake and Julius. I'll have to see if I can find an Italian game on TNT. I think there is an Italian game tonight. Let me have a look. There might well be an Italian game. Is it Roma? Is it Roma tonight? There's Verona against Napoli. That's a 5:30, I think. No Italian game. Oh, there is Inter Milan v Genoa 3-star. There is tonight. You can watch that on TNT Sports 1. If you want to watch a Serie A game, Inter Milan v Genoa is on at 7:45. Real Oviedo against Atletico Madrid is on Disney+. And there's also Le Havre against PSG, which is on Amazon Prime, or you can watch it on Ligue 1 Plus as well. Mukela, how's it going, Mukela? 3-star into Genoa, yeah. Daddy-O says that explains why I got 3/4 on a City win. What a difference the bookies thinks he makes. He does make a huge difference, Haaland, doesn't he, to City? And you've got to say, without him, you'd expect Leeds, they'll be buoyed by that. But they're still not a bad attacking side without him. Marmoush, Semenyo and Cherky is still a very, very competent and capable front three. But 30 minutes to go at Anfield. Liverpool 3-1 up. Fully expect Liverpool to hang on. Hang on's probably not the right terminology we'd use because we've been the better side in the first hour of the game here. We've done well enough. But yeah, West Ham just scoring that goal just after half time has just planted a little seed of doubt, a grain of doubt in Liverpool's minds, and I'm sure the crowd will have responded to that. Liverpool have responded to it, in fairness. Since the goal's gone in 10 minutes ago, we have settled down, we have had a little bit more of the ball, and we've done all right. We've got back into the game. KV says, you guys defo need a new left winger. Oh my days, man. True. Yeah. It's another reason why I've got massive faith in Arne Slot. Burnley have equalised against Brentford. They've been 3-0 down. They're now 3-all. Maybe it's not over for Burnley. Maybe it isn't over yet. Maybe they've got a big opportunity to stay up. Can you imagine if Burnley made it 4-3 today? Coyote with an own goal. Jadon Anthony scored, and then Zion Fleming has just scored as well. Burnley, if they were to get a win, another 2 points, that just might take them back to within a chance. They might have a chance if they could do that. They need to win today. Reggie with Gordon apparently on the market. Would you take him at Liverpool? I'd like us to. I wouldn't mind Anthony Gordon, but it'd have to be for the right price. Like, everyone's talking about it being like 80 million quid. I wouldn't pay north of 50 for Gordon. And they paid, what was it they paid for him? 40 from Everton, 45? I wouldn't pay much more than that. 50, 60 million is about all I would pay for Anthony Gordon. Any more than that is daylight robbery. There's no way, absolutely no way I am paying more than that. No chance. He's not that good. Red Lad, we need to win this. Need to keep him quiet. Absolutely, mate. We need to get the 3 points here. The result is almost more important than the performance. I'll take a 3 points, even if it means West Ham, get it back to 3-2 and we're hanging on at the end. That is fine, honestly. Liverpool, we just have to get the 3 points today. The 3 points is far more important than anything. Forget the performance. The result's far more important. Currently 3-3 at Turf Moor. Burnley 3-0 down, back to 3-3. Huge result that for Burnley if they can get a win. Julius, is there an 8 o'clock Bundesliga game? I don't think so. No, there's not an 8 o'clock Bundesliga game. Van Dijk doing well to get it away. Omega 3, when is Isak back? End of March, apparently, mate. Isak's back. Start of April, end of March. About another 3 or 4 weeks. We should have him back. Good save. Good claim from Alisson. Well done. Nab says, hi, would you take Saliba or Gabriel at Liverpool, either now or in future when Van Dijk is gone? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Of course you would. I don't think there's a team in the world that wouldn't take him, to be honest. Sam Marser, how's it going, Samuel? MUFC says, West Ham frustrate me. They played like Barcelona at Old Trafford, then roll over to Liverpool. I mean, to be fair, mate, they didn't play like Barcelona at Old Trafford. They didn't have to. United were dreadful that game. And they didn't have to play all that well against United at the London Stadium. And they should have beat you that day. You were very, very lucky to get a point against them at the London Stadium. But listen, we've got 30 minutes left to go. 25 minutes left to go. Leeds against City is coming up after this, by the way. So if you want to watch along with me for the Leeds and City game, that is, it's on Sky. But if you want to watch along with me, I will be live for that straight after this one. So hit the like button, make sure you've followed, make sure you've subscribed. We'll be live for Leeds and City. We're also live tomorrow for Manchester United against Crystal Palace at 2 o'clock, followed by Arsenal against Chelsea at 4:30. So we're doing another 2 games tomorrow. LRX, weren't Arsenal called Set Piece FC? They were indeed, mate. Yes, that's what they were known as. Still are, to be honest, in most circles. Julius, did Brentford win 4-3? I think, do you know what? If you've been 3-0 up and you've got dragged back to 3-all, a little bit like AC Milan in Istanbul. If you've been dragged back all that way, I can't imagine the psychological toll it would take to try and get yourself back into a place where you can go and score a 4th and win it. So, no, I think if anything, Burnley are far more likely to win it than Brentford at this point. That usually is the case. I don't know how the game's going because I'm not watching it, but that is usually how it goes, isn't it? When teams have been on the floor, well, they've been so high, they've gone 3-0 in front, and then now they're psychologically on the floor. They've got dragged back to 3-3. K Jonesy, how come you've scored more set pieces this month than us then? Well, I think if you're looking at goals like Szoboszlai's against Arsenal and against City, Szoboszlai's against Bournemouth. If you're looking at those as set pieces, then we're not really on the same page. That's not really what people are talking about. No one's talking about goals from 40 yards out where you're pinging in the top corner. I don't think anyone's really looking at those. I think they're more looking at spawny set pieces from corners and bobbling in off the centre-back. It's that sort of thing that they're talking about. Ian says, West Ham comeback. I can hear the fear in your voice, Key. Don't say that. Please don't say that. Well, he's very right, the pundit doing the Liverpool game. Liverpool need the next goal. I don't think we need the next goal. I mean, if we do concede another one, as long as it's late, I think we'll be fine. I still think we'll win the game. But West Ham haven't really looked like scoring a second. They haven't looked like scoring a second. Can't see it. Yeah. Okay, Jonesy, no, even corners, mate. You've scored more than us this month too. Oh well, hey, maybe you can take a small snippet of data to prove and illustrate a point, but I think across the whole season, most decisive goals have come from corners. It's not Liverpool. It ain't Liverpool on that front. No chance. Come on. Nice early one. Let's get a nice early 4-1 and just kill the game off. MUFC just got to hope Chelsea and West Ham will miss out on top 4. Liverpool are too solid at Anfield. And Kate Jonesy, you've got 9 from corners. Are we on about the 2 that people are talking about today? If you're including them from corners, then I think we're on a different planet. Jake says, Key, next Thursday, it's the anniversary of the 7-0 3 years ago. Oh, God. Tati Castellanos has been booked as well. Yeah, Villa have not been great recently, have they? Villa, obviously losing last night to Wolves, tells you kind of everything about where they are. And you saw that on Unai Emery's face, didn't you? Unai Emery just looked really like, I don't know, just really frustrated and really like furious, like he'd just been screaming at him in the dressing room. And obviously he stormed down the tunnel as well. He didn't shake Rob Edwards' hand apparently at full time last night. So, not a great place. K Jonesy says, nope, 9 without today. Stop with the opinion-based football. It's not opinion, mate. Well, ultimately it is. It is opinion, of course. All football opinions are opinion-based. But you're taking a very, very small snippet of stats and saying, well, that proves this. I'm saying that's not the case. As the old adage goes, mate, lies, damned lies, and statistics. MUFC says Villa don't have world-class players that can pull them out of this bad form. I mean, they have got. I would say Villa have got world-class players. I think Emiliano Martinez. I think Pau Torres is world-class. Yeah, I think Morgan Rogers probably on this season's form would be world class. I'd say so. I think that's fair to say, isn't it not? But hey, listen, another corner. Chance. Go on, lad, yes! It's Cody! It's Cody Gakpo! Hey! Someone was calling him Crapco in the chat. Well, not anymore. Cody Gakpo makes it 4-1. And have a bit of that. And that one's for the Liverpool fans as much as it is for the rival fans. They've been taking the mick out of this lad for so long. And do you know what? I actually quite like Cody Gakpo. He's not a starter for Liverpool next season, but he's a very, very reliable player and he's done well for us. And it was a great goal. Well done, Cody. 4-1. We'll take that. And it's 3 points in the bag, baby. Yeah, get in there. Great goal. 4-1. Wonderful stuff. Ekatike with his 3rd assist. Liverpool flying. Did well. Really good play from Gakpo. And there it is. Cody Goalpo, says Graham. Yeah, Cody Goalpo. Wonderful stuff. Fair play, Gakpo, but still, what left winger would you want to buy to replace him? I wouldn't replace him, personally. I'd send Rio Wengamoa out on loan next year, and I would keep Cody Gakpo and sign maybe a Jan Diamand or someone like that. I think that makes Liverpool infinitely stronger. So yeah, I think we'd have maybe Diamand and Gakpo next year with Rio Wengamoa out on loan somewhere. Send him out to somewhere like, I don't know, maybe a Brentford. Maybe somewhere who's just kind of just outside the top 6 and trying to compete for the top, European places. Andy, wow, that's 3 goals now that should have been disallowed for Liverpool. Why should that have been disallowed? What are you talking about, Andy? Come on. Paul says Leeds 1 up against City. Sorry, I'm an hour ahead here in Spain. Good lad, Paul. Listen, I am rooting for a City win today, just so it puts the cat amongst the pigeons again in the title race. But I will say this, I do think Leeds have got a very good chance, mate. I do think you've got a great chance tonight. No Haaland. There's every chance that, every single chance that they go in front. Whether or not they hang on to it is another question. Mackenzie, Marmouche is brilliant. I like Marmouche, yep. Semenyo, Marmouche, Cherky as a front three is certainly a front three that can hurt teams, isn't it? Ipswich 3-0 up against Swansea now. Still 1-1 with Coventry, by the way. Oxford 2-1 in front against West Brom. That's a big result for Oxford if they can somehow make it. Ooh, yeah, with West Brom losing, Oxford winning, they would be level on games with Leicester and they'd be 3 points. They'd be 3 points off West Brom. West Brom could get dragged into a relegation place if they're not careful. QPR have pulled one back against Sheffield United as well. Newcastle are playing awful at home against Everton. I said 2-2 for that one, but I'm gutted I didn't go for the 2-1 now. I knew they'd get something. Everton. Love it. You love to see it. 4-1. I'd never thought this. Do you know what? And I've got to give Liverpool and Arne Slot credit. I never thought that we'd have it in us today to score 4 goals. We've been the better side overall. We've played really, really well. Defensively, we've been solid. This is a really top performance from Liverpool. Against the side, by the way, who are banging form. A really, really good in-form West Ham side. A really good in-form West Ham side. Like, make no mistake about it. They've been a really, really top side, West Ham, and they've been banging it all season. You know, they've been in the relegation midst of the relegation zone all season. Chance! Oh, it's there. It's 4-2. Shizzle. 4-2. Oh, just as we get back in front and we're trying to win the game, trying to get it closed out, it's now looking more and more likely that West Ham make it a little bit awkward and uncomfortable for us. 4-2. Bar stewards. Come on, Liverpool. And it's Tati as well. Tati Castellanos, of all people. Good goal. Liverpool capitulation incoming, says Reese. And Alfie, imagine 4-4. It ain't gonna be 4-4. Avail yourselves of that. It's not gonna be 4-4. There's still 15 minutes to go. It's definitely not gonna be 4-4. It's really poor, that, to be fair, from the corner from Liverpool. The ball gets played in. It's just over everyone. Yeah, it's poor, that. Poor from Gravenberch. Yeah, I think Gravenberch's got to do better. I agree with that one, Pride of Merseyside. Gravenberch must be doing better there. Jimmy, do we bottle this? No. Mate, they've not done well enough, West Ham. They've not troubled us enough here. But Rio Engamoa's coming on. And I think... Who else is this coming on? Who else are we bringing on here? Rio Engamoa and Frimpong for Gomez and Gakpo. Andy says, like I said, Key, no more joking. Play like this against Galatasaray, you will get knocked out. But then you could also use that logic and say, well, if Galatasaray play like they did against Juve at Juventus, they get knocked out quite comfortably. Quite comfortably. Daddy O says, damn, I popped out the room as the family came. It was 3-1. Keeper knocks it long. Burnley a 3-3, so why not 4-4? Well, it could be. Could be 4-4, but I can't see it. Purely based off the fact that if Burnley have come from 3-0 down, it's far more likely than it's going to be 4-3 Burnley. And it looks like now teams have tightened up. Brentford will have looked at that and gone, we can't concede anymore. We've just got to shut up shop and take the point here. Reece says, watching the Luton game and the state of the Port Vale pitch is diabolical. Andy says, Key, why do you think Liverpool have started playing really well for just one half then letting the performance slip? I don't agree with that assertion, Andy. I don't think that's the case. I think, if anything, we've started poor sometimes and played well second half. I think that was the case last week with Nottingham Forest, wasn't it? So, yeah, I don't agree with that assertion. I don't think we played all that well in the first half away at Sunderland, but we then won it in the second half. Love Frimpong, me. Frimpong's very likeable. I just want him to stay fit a lot more than he has done. He's a very, very good player. I like him a lot. The takeaway guy says letting West Ham score is diabolical. West Ham are on an unbelievable run. People need to chill out with that. People need to let it go. West Ham are playing very, very well recently. They are not a team that I think will go down. They're a very, very good side. On recent evidence, anyway. And Burnley have gone 4-3. It's 4-3. There you go. Burnley 4. Brentford 3. Unbelievable stuff. Andy says that's what you were like against Forest. Like I said, playing well for one half. Doesn't matter which half. Is it just complacency? I think it's tiredness, if I'm dead honest, Andy. Yeah, I think it's tiredness. I think we've not got the players that other teams have in terms of like just sheer volume of squad, size of squad. We've got so many injuries, and we just don't have the players. We don't have the players. So every play, like if you look at Van Dijk and Canate, they are literally playing just every week 90 minutes. We've got nobody else we can put in for them. So it's not really a surprise that then there's mistakes made at the back. And it's the same with Gravenberch. It's the same with Szoboszlai. It's the same with Ekitike. It's the same with Gakpo. Basically, and Alisson, to be fair. There's nobody else really, apart from maybe Alisson you could take out of it because we've got Mamardashvili, but he's the best keeper in the world, so we're not going to drop him. But every other player, like Gravenberch, Gakpo, Salah, Ekitike, Szoboszlai, Van Dijk, Canate, basically 7 or 8 of our entire first team, we can't drop them. We can't rotate them. We can't rest them. We have nothing. Absolutely nothing we can do. Jess Opino says this is getting quite ugly for Brentford. If Burnley win that today, unbelievable. Just a sensational end to that game. Well done, Burnley, gotta say. Daddy O says, so by going what you've just said about West Ham now and Spurs, I'm assuming you think Forest are going down. I think Forest or Leeds. Yeah, I think Forest or Leeds are more likely to go down than West Ham, personally. There is a VAR check on Burnley's goal, by the way. There's a VAR check on that Burnley goal, and it might be getting ruled out. It could be getting ruled out. Alfie, what do you think for Leeds v City? I think Leeds have got a very good chance of pinching something, but personally I think City win it, mate. I think City just about win the game. It's a VAR check on the Burnley goal, and I think it is going to be ruled out. Apparently it is going to be ruled out. That's a real kick in the stones. That's grim. That's really poor for Burnley. But apparently, yeah, it's going to be ruled out. It's going to be chalked off. And Newcastle have equalised as well. Newcastle have equalised as well at St James's Park. There you go, 2-2. You love to see it. Get in there. Chance. Get it in. Yes, Disasi. It's an own goal. Is it Disasi? It is Disasi. It's 5-2. It's a disaster from Disasi. We'll take that. We will take that. There you go. Great stuff from the right-hand side. Oh, I thought it deflected out for a corner. I don't know why Frimpong was waiting so long, but he puts it in, and it's just a bit of a shank off Disasi's shin, I think. And in it goes, and it's there. It's 5-2. Liverpool comfortable again. Newcastle 2-2. Burnley back to 3-3. Newcastle with a late equaliser. Jacob Murphy. You love to see it. Jacob Murphy getting an equaliser to knock Everton back down. Liverpool 5, West Ham 2, Burnley 3, Brentford 3. Brilliant. Fantastic. Andy says, if tiredness is the reason, goodbye Champions League then. Well, I mean, again, we're getting a lot of players back. So, Frimpong being one. Frimpong, we've just seen, I mean, this is prime evidence, isn't it? Fucking hell, Everton have scored! It's Everton 3-2! Oh my God, it's been goals galore today in the Premier League. What have we had? 6, 13, 16, 18 goals across 3 games in the Premier League this afternoon. Newcastle 2, Everton 3. As soon as they equalise, Tierno Barry off the bench looks like he's won it for the Ev. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. 3-2 Everton. But listen. Liverpool are getting players back. Frimpong being a prime example of that. He's come back into the side, and you can't say he scored because it's an own goal. But Frimpong has definitely been a big factor in Liverpool's performances down that right-hand side this season. When he's played, he's done really well. And if we can keep him fit, if we can keep Joe Gomez fit, we can get Isak back, I think it makes a big difference for Liverpool towards the end of the season. We want 7. Lorenzo, as a United fan, I have to hope we win tomorrow now. Was hoping for a West Ham win. And Andy says, I'm telling you, that 5th goal that should have been ruled out, key professional scaffolding. Behave yourself, lad. Precious Aiken says, Liverpool for life, never walk alone. Yes, love that. All these goals today, 4-0 draws incoming tomorrow. I still think there's goals coming. I still think there's another one to come. I'm hoping we get a winner in the Burnley-Brentford game, and I'm hoping that Newcastle can pick up an equaliser in that St James's Park 5-goal thriller at the moment. Amlissay says, hi Key, how's it going mate? Good to see you. How are Liverpool behind Man U with an extra game played? We've got less points than Manchester United. We certainly did at the start of the game today. So hopefully that clears it up for you, mate. Naoni coming on for Gravenberg, yeah. Offline, you'd already won the league at the start, though. No, not for me. No, I didn't think we had any chance of winning the league this year, to be honest. I said City. I predicted City to win the league before the ball was kicked. Barcelona 3, Villarreal 1. Graham says, won't be in the game later. Won't be in for the City game later. Going to Liverpool to watch it. Enjoy your night out, Graham. Is it not mad that Yamal scored 100 goals for club and country at 18? It is, yeah, it is. But I don't see Lamine Yamal being like Messi levels. I still think he's got a long way to go. Chelsea need to win tomorrow. Do you think so? I think Chelsea pick up a point tomorrow. They'll be quite happy with that. I think they could get a point as well. Brendan, never seen this game being like this. Thought it was going to be a 1-0 or a 0-0. That's what we predicted. Well, that's what I predicted before the game as well. Was it to be like a tight, cagey 0-0, 1-0, maybe 2-1 at a push. Fraz says, what do you think Yamal has to win to be even on the same convo as Messi? I just think he has to keep up his consistent goal scoring return for a really long time, and then we'll see. Teaching Tony, tell me, Key, do I put Liverpool... Do you? What, now? With 3 minutes left? No. Liverpool, top 4 and contending for the title this year. Mark my dumb Italian-American words. You're not going to be competing for the title this year. I don't think we'll even be competing for the title next year. It's another transitional year for Liverpool with so many players leaving. So I don't see us competing for the title next year, to be honest. But... yeah, top 4s. I'm not worried about top 4. Do you think Yamal is better than Salah? I think he could be. Right now he is, yeah, and I think in time he could get to that. He's going to take enormous levels of consistency and fitness, by the way, for him to get the near sort of Salah numbers. But yeah, he probably could be. Certainly could be. He's got the ability to, and he's definitely better than him right now. HK, if Chelsea do win tomorrow, it virtually means City are going to be leading the table given one game less played. Well, it means, doesn't it? If if Chelsea were to win tomorrow and City were to win tonight, then yeah, it puts City 2 points behind Arsenal with a game in hand. And obviously they still have to play each other at the Etihad. Pride of Merseyside says, by the way, 4th place United drew 1-1 with these. They drew with them home and away, mate. Home and away. Look who it is, Liverpool. Lock up your cats. Don't even know who that was. By the way, 4th place United beat y'all at Anfield. They did, yeah. They did, for the first time in 10 years. 7 minutes left to go. Key, would you accept making 12 million a year tax-free, but it means you're only allowed to live in the UK? No. No, I wouldn't. Do you think Mo Salah will leave Liverpool in the summer? No. I think Liverpool would like him to leave in the summer, but I don't for 1 second think he does leave in the summer. I would like him to leave in the summer personally, but I don't think he will. Trucker Matt, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Marching on together. Do you think Leeds can get a result tonight? Ryan Leatherbarrow, United fans celebrating a robbed win is crazy. It was literally a head injury. Listen, they've got first win in 10 years, mate. A decade. They've never seen a win at Anfield, a lot of these United fans. Not been watching football long enough. So, you know, first win in 10 years is something special. Let them enjoy it. Man United are only where they are because 1 game a week. As soon as they played midweek, they drew. I was going to say, they haven't got the squad to compete across multiple competitions, United, and they're going to lose a lot of players again in the summer. They have to get Champions League. Anything less than Champions League is a massive failure for Manchester United. Oh, I tell you what, Naoni should have scored. Naoni absolutely should have scored there, shouldn't he? I've just watched the replay back. There's absolutely no way he should miss that. We've missed a couple of absolute sitters today, haven't we? This should have been 7 or 8. Talk about Arne Slot's attacking Reds. This should have been 7 or 8 today. Trucker Matt, I hope it's all to play for there. Got three key players not playing, so we might have a chance. But yeah, Liverpool 5, West Ham 2. I'll take that. Wonderful. I forget Salah has only 1 more year on the contract, so regardless, next season will be his last at Liverpool either way, or is there an extension option in there? I think there's probably an extension option, but again, I don't think we're going to pay him anywhere close to the money that he wants. The problem is he's on 400 grand a week. He isn't going to get that money anywhere else in the world. The only place that he might be able to get more than that, obviously, is Saudi, and I don't think he's got any interest in going to Saudi. Zero interest. He's not wanting to go there. So if he doesn't want to go there, then Liverpool can't sell him there. It just won't happen. Oh, hey, it's 4-3. I told you. Do you know what? There was a goal still coming in that game, and it's 4-3 Brentford. I tell you something, right? That is enormous for Brentford. To go 3-0 up and get dragged back to 3-3 and then still find the mental fortitude to win it 4-3, that is astonishing. That is absolutely incredible for Brentford. Fair play to Keith Andrews, who's nicked it at the end. Damsgaard. Damsgaard scored 2 and got an assist today for him, and it just underlines what a fantastic player he is. I would quite happily have had him at Liverpool. Unbelievable player, Mikkel Damsgaard. But there you go, 4-3, and that probably does just condemn Burnley to the drop. Preston 0, Millwall 2. Millwall now sitting pretty. A point behind Middlesbrough. A point behind Middlesbrough. Millwall will be looking at them international places. Oh, and Coventry have nicked it. 95th minute, and Coventry have pinched it late on. Coventry are coming up. Coventry are coming up. They are going 8 points clear of Borough. Unbelievable. 8 points clear of Borough. They've nicked it. Hearts have won against Aberdeen as well. Andy says, fun fact, this is the first time Liverpool have scored 4 or more goals in the Prem since the opening game against Bournemouth. I didn't know that. I could have probably guessed it, mind, given how bad we've been for a lot of the season. But we have played well today. Brentford winner was nailed as soon as the 4th Burnley goal was disallowed. Sometimes, hey, listen, them's the breaks. It's really tough for Brentford. Sorry, for Burnley, rather. Pickford just pulled off a worldy save. Still time for Newcastle if they can win it late on. You've got 2 minutes left here, by the way. If you're thinking of stopping around, if you're watching the Leeds against Manchester City game, I'll be live straight after this. As soon as this game ends, I'll be watching Leeds against Manchester City. So the live will end, the stream will end, and then I'll be starting another one straight back up within about 5-10 minutes. So make sure you've hit like, make sure you've followed, and you can follow along with the Leeds and City game with us as well. Do we think Leeds could get a point there at least? That'd just derail the City title charge, wouldn't it? Very close to full time here at Anfield. Liverpool 5, West Ham 2. Fully deserved win. Sir, the word is Reggie and his little buddies. They've scarpered off, sir. They'll be back tomorrow for the Chelsea game, I'm sure. Trucker, to be fair, the top 5 haven't really been playing that well so far, so we'll see. You've done well, haven't you? Leeds have always done really well against the top sides at Elland Road. Saturday night, Elland Road atmosphere will be tricky. City need to quieten them down. I think Leeds could even score first. HK, are Leeds playing home or away? They're playing at home, Elland Road. Under the lights at Elland Road. Right, Oxford 2, West Brom 1. That one's finished. And I think the referee's about to blow up here. And he has. It's there. It's Liverpool 5, West Ham 2. Liverpool 5, West Ham 2. And Everton have won as well. Newcastle 2, Everton 3. Full time at St James's Park. Everton continuing their unbelievable run away from home. Absolutely fantastic for Everton. Terrible for Newcastle. What a horrendous time Newcastle are having. Burnley 3, Brentford 4, still playing on. Don't know how many minutes are left in that. Maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute or so left to go in that. Government name unknown says, hey, who scored tonight and how were our wingers? So it was Ekatike scored first, then it was Van Dijk, then it was McAllister, then it was a Disasi own goal, and then it was Cody Gakpo. Or was it? It was the other way around, wasn't it? It was Cody Gakpo, then it was a Disasi own goal. And for West Ham, it was Souček and... Who scored the other goal for West Ham? Back post header, Tati Castellanos. Andy says Leeds are unbeaten in evening games at home for 2 years, 23 games. And 3-star off to grab a quick cup of tea. See everyone in a few minutes. Yeah, I'll be back in about literally 10 minutes or so. Back in 10 minutes for Leeds against Manchester City. Mind went blank then. Paul O'Brien, cheers Key, great win, fabulous win. Amy says, Key, what is your prediction for Arsenal v Chelsea tomorrow? Well, we'll be live for that one, by the way, so if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, put the notification bell on. We'll be live tomorrow for Arsenal-Chelsea. I think Chelsea can get at least a point in that one. I do. I think Chelsea get at least a point. Did Salah and Gakpo play well today? Salah, no. Salah didn't really do anything today. I thought he was pretty poor, actually. Gakpo missed an absolute sitter when we were 3-0 or 3-1 up. So he missed an absolute sitter to kind of kill the game off. But then he scored a really good goal. Oh my God, Burnley! It's 4-4! Burnley have pinched it late on. That is an all-time Premier League classic. Ashley Barnes off the bench. Unbelievable. 36 years of age. Ashley Barnes comes off the bench to equalise for Burnley and keep them. Maybe that's a Premier League lifeline for him. Thiago, how's it going, Key? You must be buzzing with that result. Absolutely buzzing. Aaron Kennedy, Hammers, one of the worst teams to come to Anfield. They need to go down. I don't think so. I think West Ham stay up. Malik says, Keyman, you celebrated again. Why have you celebrated these goals? It's just West Ham. Why are Liverpool players celebrating like they've won the World Cup? It's just West Ham, mate. Because Liverpool have not scored more than 4 goals in a game since the start of the season. We've not been prolific for some time. It's a huge moment for Liverpool, that. Did Rio come on? Rio did come on, and Naoni came on, and Naoni missed an absolute sitter. But there you go. It's 4-4 at Turf Moor, and that one's going to VAR as well. Oh, Burnley can we see Burnley go into VAR as well? I wonder, is there going to be a handball on that one? Is it going to be a handball? It might well be ruled out. I think it might be, you know. I think it could be 4-3. I think Burnley could be getting 2 goals ruled out. It's going to get turned over. That is going to get turned over. Oh, what an absolute nightmare for Burnley that is. That is an absolute shocker for Burnley. That they've somehow managed, they've contrived to throw the game away. Oh, it's such a shame. Let's just watch it back. Yeah, that's a handball. It is a handball. You can't say that's not. Yeah, he controls it with his hand. That's going to get chalked off. Oh, what a shame for Burnley. Red Rebellion, next game, Frimpong on right wing with Gomez at right back. Salah can sit on the bench. It's not going to get given. I'm telling you, that's going to get chalked off. That has to get chalked off. It has to. Vos Styler, it's been a while since goals were scored. Watch City ruin it with a boring 2-1 or 1-1. The angles on it aren't great. Not sure you can rule that out. It does look, to all intents and purposes, like that is a handball. What a Bruce is Key. What do you think of the silly errors that we made? Didn't cost us today, but in other games maybe. I'm not saying you specifically, but that's a handball. I'm not saying you specifically, but you can't really expect to play any team and it to be pitch perfect 100%. Teams make mistakes. It happens. It happens. I think we played really well today. It's a definite handball, that. Come on. You've got to check this. You've got to rule it out. I think Burnley are going to get chalked. This one's going to get chalked off. It's going to be Burnley 3, Brentford 4 at the end. Verona 0, Napoli 1. It's a long old VAR check, this. It's a great finish from Ashley Barnes to make it 4-4. But I think when the ref, if the ref has a look at this, he's going to see that it's a handball, and I think it is. Wallabrew, always going to be mistakes, but I believe a few at the back were avoidable. Just a bit silly. Which ones are you talking about? And also, do you allow for a little bit of mistakes, given the fact that we've got literally a group of players who are knackered play, because we can't change the back four really. Gomez coming in today was the freshest of the lot of them. There's no way they can give this goal, says Andy. Mick92 up the Toffees. Great result for Everton. Fabulous result for Everton away at St James's Park. Still just waiting to see on this Burnley goal. There's still a check going on here. I think it's going to get disallowed, honestly. It's been disallowed. It's been chalked off. It's been chalked off. There you go. It has been chalked off, and it is going to be Burnley 3, Brentford 4. Absolute chaos at Turf Moor. It is ruled out, and Brentford are going to win this one. What a shame. What a shame for Burnley. Ashley Barnes, it does hit his hand. He's like this. He controls it with his hand, and I'm sorry, it is absolute It is absolute handball, that. What a Bruce, his laziness is huge when you think a very tired pass straight to Souček comes to mind from Kanate. I know, but that's what I mean. When Kanate is playing 90 minutes every week, every game, like, tiredness is going to creep in, innit? Mick 92, Burnley scored again. They did score again, and it was ruled out for a second time. So it is, there you go, and it has finished now. Burnley 3, Brentford 4. As soon as that check was finished, it's finished. Brentford 4-3 winners at Turf Moor. That's a huge shame for Burnley, and it is full time. Ashley Barnes screaming at the referee. It's done. Right, I will be back in about 10 minutes for Manchester City away at Leeds. If you want to join me, hopefully you do. Make sure you've hit like, make sure you've followed, make sure you've subscribed.